Man, I'm about to tap out, man. I just want
Okay,
to.
brother.
Oh no.
No, he's not feeling well, so it's all
Oh,
good.
okay.
Okay.
Get better.
Feel
Get
better,
better,
brother.
Ron.
All right, Ronan.
Give me a call
All
later,
right,
bro.
all right,
Peace.
bro. I'll talk to y'all
All right,
later.
you
All right,
got it.
bro.
All right, now that we have my good friend Ronan, God bless his soul, and may he have a speedy recovery. No, can you hear me, Dom?
Yes. Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, we hear you.
Oh, you
I
okay?
can't hear him.
Okay. Try to go
Can
back
you hear me,
out.
Dave?
Yep, I
I
hear
hear
you.
you.
I can't hear R.
Okay, I don't know what the problem
And
is. but-
your video is lagging a little bit, so you might need to go out and come back.
Mm. Okay, let's see.
Um,
Let's see. All right, Reggie's here as well. All right, let me get this going. First of all, thank you guys for putting up with my BS real quick. I am R of R is Untitled. We are live. Thank everyone for joining in on this podcast. I like to provide a platform for those of us that, get away from the traditional sports / news media, get away from that nonsense, and be real with our discussions on what topics we're talking about. So, with that being said, let me flash this real quick if you guys don't mind. If I can find the goddamn thing. Here it is, pardon that. Like, share, and subscribe to content. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd just like to say that we're here to talk about stuff that you may want to talk about. I don't mind suggestions. I don't mind criticism. Just some type of interaction would be great. But again, like, share, and subscribe. Dare I say, we are probably the best show that you probably never heard of. And with that being said, let me introduce the room, my esteemed panelists. First, we're gonna start off with the lady. Miss Evelyn is here. Evelyn, how you doing tonight?
I am doing wonderful.
Good to see you. Good to see you. Also joining me is my man David. David, my good friend. How you doing tonight, my friend?
I'm doing well. Hope you're doing well.
I'm doing all right, brother. Hanging in there. And last but not least, actually, no, I got Reggie on here. Reggie's mic is muted, but he is here with us live as well. Your mic is live, brother. Anytime you want to join in, just jump in.
Hey,
Hopefully all
I'm
is
not
well.
bowling tonight.
Oh, okay. Oh, so he
Okay.
could jump in. He could jump in. How about that? And last but not least, the man that used to live in the BX but now resides in Carolina. You got to figure it out. Is it north or south? Dominic is here. Dominic, thanks for joining me, brother. I hope you're feeling better, bro. I hopefully you're feeling better. I'm hoping that you are good to go for tonight.
Yes, we'll be all right. I go
Okay.
tomorrow for the root canal. So
There you go.
we're
No.
good. The infection went away, so that's what
Good.
normally makes
Oh,
it better.
good.
That's
Yeah.
good.
God bless you, sir.
You know,
Exactly.
if that ever happens,
Thank you.
if that ever happens again, you know what helps relieve the pain is to chew on a baby aspirin.
Mm.
Somebody said clove.
A clove?
Clove work
Like
too,
Yeah.
but
I
baby
can see a
aspirin
clove.
immediately deadens the pain.
Really? So I didn't even know that.
Yep,
I didn't
because
even know
I've
that.
had it before, and that
Wow.
pain is no joke.
So when Evelyn said the baby, I thought she was going to say bacon.
Oh,
You know, bacon.
bacon making a comeback.
We're gonna get bacon, but no,
matter
do not chew on bacon.
of fact, since you mentioned bacon, guess what we're talking about first?
Yeah,
Bacon.
there we go. Yep, exactly.
Did
I
you
gotta
Pork
see?
on my fork.
Did you? Oh, jeez. Well, did you said I got pork on my fork?
Dude, I'm gonna tell you honestly, this thing, boy. I've been eating pork for so goddamn long and whatnot, specifically bacon.
Right.
And the way they promote the bacon, because bacon goes with everything. That type of vibe and whatnot. So you kind of pulled into that thinking. It's like, you know what? Let me get a burger. Hey, miss, don't forget to add the bacon. Yeah, put some bacon on that. And it's just every day breakfast. To find out this is a group one carcinogen
Right.
was very disturbing, and it can cause cancer, colorectal cancer.
It is the main cause of colorectal cancer.
Wow.
There's
And
evidence that supports this,
that
supposedly.
is not just bacon. That's any type of cured meat, like
processed.
processed meat, because in the processing it changes the chemical chemical structure of it. But they just classified it. It's in the same category as arsenic as asbestos.
Yep.
Damn.
And nicotine as well.
Nicotine.
I'll never look at a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich.
I was just about to say the same thing. Bacon, egg, and cheese. One word. Bacon, egg, and cheese.
That's so funny. It's funny that you mentioned that because bacon, egg, and cheese is a staple in New York.
Yep.
It's a staple in New York. For New York breakfast, bacon, egg, and cheese.
Yep.
That's just what it is, man.
And you know what's sad is they put those in the bacon to sell it, not to make it taste better.
Right.
They put the bacon, they put the nitrites in there to make it pink and to make it last longer and to prevent botulism. While
I don't know. You know what, guys? I live to be this rightful old age of mine.
Yeah.
Bacon done made a comeback in my book, so I'm not going out. I'm not going out.
Blasphemy.
I'm not going out like that, guy. You know what? All jokes aside,
yeah.
No shade to anybody, but if we listen to everything, we should have been dead.
Oh, right.
Why are people? Why would all of this taking shit out of this, taking shit out of that? People are living less than they were back in the day when our ancestors were eating for y'all chitlins, collard greens, neck bones.
Did they cure bacon back then?
Hell, who knows? We ate bacon.
I don't know.
Right,
I don't know either.
Bacon.
It's the synthetic add-ons that are causing it. It's not the bacon itself.
Man, my family used to eat sausage. We didn't have spaghetti without sausage.
You know what, Dom? It's funny because sausage is another one. Hot dogs is another one. Ham.
Exactly. Yeah.
And
hot dogs too.
Yeah, bro.
I just had some.
Thank you. Me too.
Okay. Well, sorry.
We got this little spot out here called Dog Slingers. Man, how you want
swingers?
Slinger, like slinger. How you want your dog? I'm basic. I do this the melted cheese, the sauerkraut, and jalapenos.
Okay.
That's me. But
oh my God,
you want whatever. You want pastrami on your dog. This place is off the hook, guys.
Damn.
And you know what? I think like that. I'm getting older. I should eat, and I do eat good. Don't get it twisted.
Okay, well we know that.
But there's time. There's time. Come on, guys. There's time. Like Dave said, I just had a hot dog.
Listen, I'm with you. I get it. I get it.
For me, like I don't eat meat at all anymore because well, no, it doesn't. My stomach's like that big, so, but I just had I'm going to see a nutritionist tomorrow morning.
Okay.
Because I am losing a lot of muscle. I have no muscle mass left. And it's because I'm not getting the enough calories and I'm not getting enough nutrients. So it's also affecting my mood. Of course, makes me very anxious. Caffeine is my enemy right now.
As well it should be.
Well, and I was drinking 7-8 cups of coffee a day.
Lord,
no,
Lord,
no,
that's a lot.
No.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Evan was telling me that you were just saying you basically were living on coffee and what else? Or was it
coffee and bad choices?
Yeah. Coffee and bad choices.
But
exactly.
It's I didn't realize until I couldn't I'm looking in the mirror and I could see my rib cage above my chest. I'm not supposed to see it up here. And
right.
Am I grossing you out though?
No. Nah. It just came out like that.
Right.
But it occurred to me that, people are, they're going, they're getting, don't get me wrong. I love a good bacon, egg, and cheese on a croissant. And I can eat that all day. However, I talked to my doctor and he's like, yeah, you have to have nutrient dense food because it counteracts whatever you're getting from the bacon or the ham. And it's really important. I didn't realize it until I'm like, I can feel my bones. That's
crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, let me take time. Mr. Live, your mic is live. Thanks for joining us, and as well as the Bishop. Your mic is live. Thanks, guys.
Oh, wow.
I want to hear
what's good, y'all?
What's good?
Yeah.
What's up, Bish?
What's up, y'all? What's going on? What's going on, Big Don?
What a
same old stuff.
What's going on, baby?
You already know. You already
know. Big Dave. What's good?
Yes, sir.
They're breaking my heart live. They're saying don't eat bacon.
yeah, man. I hear y'all, man. You know, my weakness on that tip is kielbasa. Right?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like so in fucking with that, you know, and right,
that ain't no weakness, brother. That's luxury.
My blood pressure went up 2 and some change one time.
Right.
So
it's so high in sodium.
Yeah, like exactly. you only supposed two of your best friends. Let's take not even, let's not go Hebrew National, right? Let's go ballpark, right? It's a bullshit brand.
Exactly.
Yeah, two of them give you all the daily salt you're supposed to have, right? Or you should have. That's healthy. You shouldn't have none of that shit, really.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But what we consume when we talking about bacon, and I'm sorry, Dawn, right? It's the nitrates. It's not even so much. It's not even so much the salt, because if you get the right kind of salt, those have body healthy nutrients. Right. You just ain't supposed to go over. I believe it's 16 milligrams or something, like 1,600 milligrams of salt.
Bacon. 2 pieces of bacon is 16 milligrams.
Right.
16.
You see what I'm saying? So, and I know when I used to eat bacon, man, I used to eat a half a slab. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, no, I bust down a half a slab.
You wasn't playing no games, exactly.
Never. I never did. I never played games. Right. So, but today, you know what I'm saying? I've basically eliminated all the nitrates out my diet. I eliminated most of the processed sugars and things of that nature. I'm on it where it's like I can't even fucking have chocolate ice cream no more, B.
Oh God.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Do you get your cholesterol checked?
I do every 6 months.
Yeah. Every 6 months. Every 6 months I'm going to, and that's what made me the checkup before last was the one where it was like they was like, motherfucker, if you don't stop fucking with that kielbasa, you're gonna die.
Oh man.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm exaggerating, of course, but they was like, yo, you coming in here all the time with your blood pressure man high. And people walk around with that shit and don't understand the strain they have on your organs and your things of that nature.
It also does a lot to your mentality as far as how you feel, because it creates a lot of inflammation.
Yes.
Well, that's the only reason I get with y'all once a week for my mental.
Mental, yeah.
And then when I get done with y'all, I'm having bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich.
Worry about that bacon, egg, and cheese.
I get it. Bacon, egg, and cheese, boy. That's that New York shit.
See, I'm about to say, New Yorkers, man. Come on, you already know what it is.
I wanted to ask Live a question though. So, how do you feel since you've changed?
Fantastic. So fantastic.
So, with all that you're doing, like, how long do you think it will be before you can wear pants again?
Oh, damn. Damn. So the ones.
There go Dave.
Right
under the
belt. Yeah. No. Well. Okay. So the beef totally candid and shit. I lost 100 pounds in a year.
What?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Well, I lost 100 pounds in a year.
God bless you, bro.
So I'm getting better with my shit. You know what I'm saying?
Is that just from dieting?
Yes.
That's fantastic.
Wow.
That's
I'm not a big gym guy. You know, I got the setup in the crib, and you know what I'm saying. I do my thing, but I ain't sitting there running and gunning. That's basically from cutting my diet.
Right.
Wow.
Nice. Good job, bro.
That's really important.
That's what happened. That's what happened, Dave.
The
onesies don't fit no more.
Oh my God.
Yeah. My onesies don't rock no more. I gotta get a fitted joint. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, let me read this from Steve. Our brother Steve Azul.
Oh boy.
He's checking in from Peru. Appreciate you checking in, brother. Good man, right there. About to head back out. Bacon is okay. What does that say? Within moderation.
Eliminate processed foods and sugars. That's basically true of anything. Any type of processed food.
Right. But we don't. Yeah, we in America, me and Dawn talked about this like last week, man. We blindly consume. You know what I'm saying? We blindly go through stuff in this country. So, you know, I found out this today, and I don't need a fucking frank to save my life, but I not today. I maybe a couple of days ago that there's only 2 or 3 brands of hot dogs you should actually eat.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, so, you know, on the health tip, and again, if there was a concern for health, right, it would be so easy to just not sell it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But because it's on the shelf, because it got shiny packaging, right? You gonna bust that down. You don't even see what's in the fucking Capri Sun. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't drink that. I don't drink.
60 grams of sugar.
Right. There you go. See again, I'm like right now, I'm drinking unsweetened fruit juice and water. That's it. Like no sodas, no nothing, like bread. That's my weakness today. Bread is my weakness today.
But it's okay.
And I have maybe 3 sandwiches a week.
I'm gonna take a picture of this bread that my wife buys.
Okay.
And I'm gonna send it to you.
Is that the
that's my brother bought this fucking 7 grain.
This shit is crazy.
Dave's killer bread is really good.
This is like pure. Matter of fact, I was watching this video on YouTube yesterday. Matter of fact, and they were going over all the breads that don't touch. You know, and bread, the one we grew up on, I know y'all did. Wonder bread.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
They had Wonder Bread under the bus, under the spare tire.
Oh my God!
I'm gonna take a picture and I'm putting it in the group.
Okay.
That's the problem.
This bread comes frozen, and it only has like a 5-day shelf life. See, that's another problem.
Wow.
You go to these stores, guys, and you see drop dead date December 2029. You're like, what?
29. Yeah, that's
really?
What's going on? Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like other than when I go somewhere, I go to this place called the Fresh Market to get.
I love Fresh Market.
Right. All this shit. It's really that good, guys. It's all fresh. I buy the skinless deli hot dogs.
Yeah.
You know, they're fresh. There's
That's
preservatives. Yeah, those are the dogs I buy. If I'm out and I want a hot dog, but when you go to the Fresh Market, you're getting fresh shit. Like there's fruits. It's expensive. Yeah, but you're getting, the old saying, guys, you get what you pay for.
Oh yeah. They have the best fruit. They have the best meat.
All that is good. All that is great. But again, when we talk about the cost of it,
it's very expensive.
To eat healthy, it's costly. It's costly.
You can't. If you can't afford to eat the way you actually supposed to eat.
Exactly.
And let me tell you why. Because a cured patient is bad for business.
Of course.
No question.
Of course.
No question.
Yeah.
No question. All the consumption goes hand in hand with health.
Right.
It drives me crazy just to even say that.
The same way they make medicines to elongate your suffering.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's the same way they sell food.
It's
You know what I'm saying?
It's not curing. It's not curing you.
Right.
Y'all are, and I think Dave, a couple of y'all know I had this bad toothache for like 2 weeks.
Right.
Oh, wow.
And I refuse. I took the not penicillin. What do you call it?
Amoxicillin.
Yeah, no, to kill the infection.
Penicillin.
Oh, my man, there he is, right there. Your mic is live, sir, from Peru, Mr. Azul. Your mic is live, brother. Good to see you, man. Good to have you on.
What's up, Steve?
What's going on, man?
What's up,
How you doing, guys? How you doing?
What's going on, baby?
Showing.
How you doing, man? It's good.
You,
man,
you're a world traveler, brother. You.
So I have a question.
Steve, Mr. International.
Exactly.
What were you gonna say? Dom, you were saying that you had the toothache, but you can that actually is linked to your heart.
Oh, yeah, but
I've heard that.
I don't take drugs. So I took the amoxicillin because I'm old enough to know that 90% of a toothache comes from an infection.
Right.
Yes, sir.
So you got to kill the infection. They're trying to give me these oxycodons, and I'm
no.
I'll deal with the pain. You know, I'll put some ice until the amoxicillin kicks in and kills the infection. I'm not gonna die. I've been through worse. There's nothing worse than a toothache. Don't get me wrong.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No.
I'm not doing the drug thing, and no. I see what I
they want to get you on them opioids, B. They damn sure do. Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, no, we've all been through.
That's crazy.
You already know.
That just blows my mind.
What's up, Steve?
What's going on, brother?
Dom, did you go to the game last week or nah?
That's what I said. That's what stopped me from going. Steve.
Exactly.
My tooth. I gave my ticket to Bishop's son. My tooth was so bad, Steve. And the funny thing is, the day of the game when I met R, I went to Charlotte and I met R.
Right.
Was the first day that the pain didn't come and go. But I was so afraid that the noise in the arena
would have acted up.
And then hit my ear and then went to my head. So I was like, you know what? I'll sacrifice one for the team because I didn't want to be in there and then be
right.
So
that was for the best. That was for the best, obviously. So you know what I'm saying?
We got 18 right now, so we good though. We look, losing streak versus the Hornets, Thunder, Rockets. We up 18 now against the Grizzlies. I just turned it off to jump on with you guys real quick. So what's going on? Is cancer in the bacon and shit? What's going on with this shit?
This is
well, you're in Peru right now, right? When I like Peru is my destination spot. Like that's where I want to retire. Do you go to a market? Do they have meat out or do they have it refrigerated?
Both. I mean, it's nothing but fucking meat out here. You know what I'm saying? It's like they eat pork. They eat a lot of pork out here. So that's why it's kind of ironic this is the topic. But pork is really fucking big out here. You know what I mean?
Right. But
I'm sure that they don't have the same type of with additives and all that shit out in Peru and in other countries compared to America.
Right.
Oh yeah, no, USA is the worst. You know what I'm saying? The USA food is the worst. I'll say that. My problem is when I'm out here, it's a lot of peer pressure because these motherfuckers love to drink. So that's you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's the difference. And so when I'm back in Jersey, you know what I'm saying? Like everything's straight because I don't have to. A lot of people ain't drinking like that. Everybody's just chilling, whatever. But out here, we watch the football games, the soccer games, the national games.
Oh yeah, you already know.
It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like 25, 30 years ago. You can't get around this. It's everywhere. It's in your face.
Right.
Like, damn.
Oh, wow.
But the whole point I'm trying to bring is Dom knows what it was before COVID and what it was after COVID with me. It's about the processed foods and the sugars for me. If you exercise regularly and you cut out the sugars, you good, man. You're going to
good.
Tell Steve, remember when you were saying when you were trying to lose weight, I got to eat better. And then when I met you in Raleigh, I caught
in North Carolina,
point where you looked like fucking Usain Bolt. I'm like, damn, this guy's complaining about it.
That's cap, Don. Don't that's cap, Don. But Don, we went to Clyde's. Remember, we went to Clyde's in Raleigh, right?
And we ate all the barbecue,
That was the point. That was strategic because barbecue is not going to be processed foods. You know what I'm saying? So we eat like greens and you know what I'm saying, meats and shit. So that's right up my alley.
And that shit was fresh too, Steve. So
go back for some more, man. The Rangers ain't gonna make the playoffs, so I won't be down there for the Rangers though. But man, that shit was fire though, dog.
Yeah, it was, man. First of all, it was great to meet you, and then the food was. We went to this. I don't know how Steve does it. He says, "Dom, I found this place, this barbecue. I still got the picture of the backdrop with me and you sitting there." He said, "I found this barbecue joint." I'm like, North Carolina barbecue shit's got to be pretty good.
It's got to be on point. It's got to be on point. It's got to be on point.
We went to this little spot, and guys, man, it was all that. Seriously.
But that's right up the way. Right up the diet.
That's fresh cooked. That's different than buying a packet of bacon that's already cured.
Right.
You know.
Well, again, moderation. I mean, we laugh and joke, like I said, bacon, egg, and cheese, but don't think I eat bacon every day. No, it's a rare occasion that I eat.
Like you said, you guys said moderation and whatnot. Right. That's just what it is.
Moderation.
That's just what it is.
Regular exercise. I heard live say, you know, say cut off the sodas, cut off the beers and shit. So that's the key for me, man. Like,
for sure.
If you guys see my IG, I'm always putting up my steps and my timers. Like, I'm out there 4 or 5 times a week, in or out of the country. I got to keep up with it. My problem is certain cultures. They ain't really on that type of time, so it's like you want to turn up, you got to turn up. You know what I mean? So
you got to motivate. You got to motivate yourself.
You got to just double up next day on the exercise. So that's what I'm
You're running past people lounging around.
like if I'm drinking out tonight, you know what I mean? I'll probably do like 15,000 steps. That's about 6-7 miles tomorrow up the mountains and shit. You know what I mean?
Oh wow, that's pretty good. I try to get 20,000 steps a day, but I don't know about going up no mountains. No.
Hey,
yes, sir.
See, Steve is all the way in Peru, and he joined into a show.
Oh man, listen,
and you can't do a show from a location, bro.
Wow.
That's dedication, Steve. That's dedication. He's international. You can't do a stateside. You're the worst.
So I'm not on that vibe like that. So it is what it is.
Right, man. Y'all ain't right.
It ain't like that. Let me do some moving on. I want to talk about this guy real quick. Jaden Ivey. Yeah. Now it's I see you with the hands rubbing them together.
Yo, what's going on with that, man? I seen the little clips. I ain't see it, but I seen like, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I told Dom a few years ago about Jaden Ivey because I didn't like how he played against St. Peter's in the NCAA tournament last year. That was my gripe with Jaden Ivey. Outside of that, the boy could ball. Outside of that, he could ball. But that game against St. Peter's, that was nasty, man.
Right.
He was disgusting in that game. Didn't like it.
But this guy is part
canceled, right?
Of like a Mark Jackson situation. You know, he's religious, and he's putting his views on, you know, the alphabet community, because I don't know how that goes, so whatever.
Too many letters for me.
Exactly. Alphabet community, there you go. So he put his views out there, obviously. You can't talk about, and that's what bothers. You know what? I'm bothered and I'm not bothered at the same time, if that makes sense. First of all, why is it people can't express their views? Right. If it's not hurting you, if it's not hurting people, the fuck? You that ultra sensitive and whatnot?
Yeah.
Nobody's saying to kill these people and whatnot.
Right.
Oh my god.
Right. What was his exact? What did he say?
It was something about the Pride Month.
Yeah, the Pride Month and whatnot. And whatnot. And what's the word he used exactly? I'm gonna try to find that shit. Give me a second. Let's see.
Yeah. Because I'm on it like, you understand what I'm saying? I'm like,
come on now.
I think and that might be a cultural thing. It might be a age thing. You understand what I'm saying? But you know, we too sensitive right now. You know what I'm saying? And it's like,
I'm sorry.
Yeah. I mean, we just too sensitive right now. And as long as I'm not blatantly, as long as I'm not feverishly disrespecting you.
Exactly.
You know,
so you say anything that they perceive as negative or whatnot, they're coming at. Listen, I did a show
Coming at you.
a while ago about this first allegedly open gay player in the NFL, Michael Sam, who was getting ready to get drafted.
I remember that.
Said that this guy is not it. He got drafted in the 7th round. We don't even know if he's officially an NFL player, which he wasn't. And I said this, and they came after me. I couldn't even believe it. I was like, "Are you fucking serious right now?" What did I say? Did I say bash this motherfucker across the head? No, none of that stuff.
All he said was they were celebrating unrighteousness.
Yeah, exactly. That's what he said. He said,
right.
They proclaim Pride Month in the NBA. They say, come join us for Pride Month to celebrate unrighteousness. They proclaim it. That's what he said.
So
yeah.
If I'm honest, that could have been unsaid. Right? You know, I'm not saying he should have been and I would actually take the NBA to court on that. I would, you know what I'm saying? Like if I was Jaden Ivey, I would take the NBA to court on that. That being said, it's insensitive. You understand what I'm saying? There's a difference between blatant disrespect and insensitivity, right? All it was insensitive.
Right.
It shouldn't have got him fired.
Right.
You know.
I don't even see the.
He got fired.
He got waived.
He's still going to get his check. I don't see where. I'll say this as far as, and I had this conversation, ironically, at my son's funeral a few years ago. I know the pastor. Me and him are both Army retirees. Whole 9 yards. And we're outside and we're having a conversation. And it just came out. I was like, Pastor, you know the Christian community is losing.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean, Dom? Y'all are losing. Y'all are losing this battle because y'all can't, because y'all are afraid to stand up for everything you preach about on Sunday afternoon. You got, and don't take this the wrong way, guys. Mm-hmm. I'm anti this, but again, you're losing because you're afraid to lose. Like is it about fannies in the seats like a basketball game? Is it about ties? Is it about dollars? Because now we're going against everything you preached about just to accommodate a community. You didn't do it. You didn't do it for this one. Again, guys, we're all old enough to remember shit we heard. That was okay. It might have been a little insensitive, but we didn't jump off the Empire State Building. Right. You know, you can't tell me there's freedom of speech, but then on the other hand, you say, yeah, there's freedom of speech, but there's freedom of repercussion. So you can't have both ways.
One of the things that you gotta think about here is like it's not just Jaden Ivey. When the Miami Heat player made the insensitive post about Jews, and the owner of the Miami Heat is Jewish. Mm-hmm. They cut him too. They waived him too. So
wow,
it's kind of like it's not. I don't think it's something that he didn't have to say. You could feel that way. You don't have to. Okay. You don't have to celebrate it. You don't have to come out in a rainbow uniform or whatever. Mm-hmm. You could have voiced or displayed your discontent for it in another way that wasn't so like public. Right. And I get it. Right. When you say like the homosexuality is not a new thing. The Bible speaks about this, so it's not a new phenomenon. Right. This is something that has been going on, and it's Sodom and Gomorrah. That the Bible speaks about that. So this is not anything new. What it is that the secular portion of society has decided what you can talk about and how you can say it. And it's not just the church, it's political, it's everything. It's everything. So it's not so it's like if you know that this is the case, you can't now get on your high horse when you things are not working out for you, because you've been working in an environment where they didn't just become gay in the NBA. The owners of these teams, the ones that you get your paycheck from, they didn't just become homosexual. They've been that way from the time you got in the league, from the time that you were in college and you were aspiring to be a part of the NBA. So, in other words, just shut up.
Shut up.
Handle your business. Handle your business.
Right. Mm-hmm. I can't go for that part, Bishop, because again, if you preach and everybody wants freedom of speech, we will sit like you just said, Bishop. This guy badmouth Jews. This one badmouth women. This one badmouth. If you don't have the right to say this, then where are we? If you can't express how you feel, no matter what the situation is, it don't have to be gay, it don't have to be Jew, it don't have to be political.
In the society,
if you got to be strapped by what you said, we're all going to walk around waiting for the hammer to drop.
Well, hold on. My thing is, let's flip it. If he was pro homosexual, whatever, LGBTQ, what would happen then?
Right.
Will we even be talking about this?
Exactly.
He would be labeled a not competent player.
You know what? Let me throw a monkey wrench in here real quick. This guy, Jaden Ivey, threw out the situation with Anthony Edwards back in 2022.
Right.
Where Anthony Edwards put out a homophobic video on social media, and he was fined $40,000 by the NBA.
Whoa.
So,
okay, 40,000. So, right?
I guess it's the messenger there, right?
Wow. So he was saying like how the NBA needs Anthony Edwards or whatnot. You understand?
It's the same thing when LaMelo Ball said what he said. When some other player, when Roy Hibbert said what he said during the interview, and he kept saying no homo during the interview. It's just like, just be mature and have some tact. You know what I'm saying? Read the room. Know when you can say the things that you want to say, and know when you need to curb your tongue. That's it. It's like, in today's environment, yes, sir, where it's the Me Too and the this and the that and so forth and so on, you just got to be more tactful on what you say. And it's not what you say, it's how you say it. And it's when you say it, and it's when you say it, and it's who you say it to. And it's who you say it to.
Which brings me to this situation. Help me out here. He didn't say nothing like burn in hell. Made a cross,
he didn't.
Burn you, may you get melted in the holy water.
Yeah, or you get beat, get your ass beat, whatever the case may be.
Right. He was
saying none of that stuff
about this Pride Month. Because I'll tell you this, guys. For years, they fought for this don't ask, don't tell in the military. Y'all remember, right? Mm-hmm. When we never asked and we never told, you guys can attest to this. When y'all joined the service, nobody asked you if you were gay. Right? Nobody ever thought about that. But we pushed this don't ask, don't tell. But guess what? Again, you get your way. If that's, I don't want to say it like that, but okay, you get your way. There's no more don't ask. Do you think they kicked down the doors to join the service? No. They didn't. No. The numbers will prove it, not me. Y'all know I'm a numbers guy. They weren't kicking down the door. And all the armed forces wanted was a chance. And again, the president at the time said, we're going to send out a survey. We want to hear what the boots on the ground have to say, because why should Dave and his wife have to explain to their son that there's, hey, daddy, why is there two daddies and two mommies? Why should Dave have to be the one? So you know what? The survey never got kicked off, and we did away with don't ask, don't tell, which again, guys like y'all can remember, was never an issue.
No, it was not.
We saw gay people in the military.
But you mischaracterizing it, because it wasn't like gays were trying to join the military. This was gay folks in the military that were being discriminated against.
No, not at all. Not at all, Bishop. Not at all.
So I don't remember.
The push was, do the research. The push was don't ask, don't tell, because you're in the military. Again,
they were already in the military.
In my 20-something years in the military, I never saw anybody get kicked out because they were gay.
Never, but did you see people in the military who were gay?
Yes, very.
It was
very.
They
weren't hiding it.
Right.
But they didn't make a big deal out of it, though, right?
Pink bullet.
The push was somebody believed in this. Again, guys, y'all remember, somebody pushed this don't ask, don't tell. But nobody was ever asking. Nobody said, "Hey, Dave, before I check your feet to see if you're flat-footed, are you gay?" Nobody did that.
I missed that question.
Right. I must have fell asleep. I guess it was when I was bending over and they were checking for hemorrhoids and they whispered in my ear, "Yo, man, you got it." No, I'm good. Nobody did that.
Before I go up in, are you gay? You love
oh man.
Are you liking it? Are you liking it?
Yeah.
Before we get unhinged, let me just say.
Before?
Let me just say that before we go too far.
What happened?
Uh-oh.
I can hear you.
I hear you.
Yeah, we hear you. Okay. So regarding Jaden Ivey and this whole thing, I don't see where he said something that was mean-spirited or any of that. I think the problem that we have today is that you can say what you want just as long as you just don't say something that people don't like. And so the comment that I read that he made, and we read it here tonight about unrighteous, he is speaking from a standpoint of someone who I believe is a Christian.
Okay.
And so based on his faith, he is speaking towards that.
Right.
We can, those who don't like what he said, they're not going to like it anyway. So, but I think that what happens is that we're now so afraid to even skim the surface of offense that we will just eliminate the alleged offender. But there's deeper conversations that go with this whole thing. Why, the NBA celebrating it. I think, we spoke last month about the Atlanta strip club.
Yeah,
100%.
And so sometimes I think that the NBA. No, I haven't.
I'm talking about.
Yeah. So when you look at the different things that the NBA celebrates, they celebrate Spanish heritage, they celebrate this, they celebrate that. You've been a part of that. This is not the first time that they've celebrated something questionable. You've been a part of that since you've been in the NBA.
Sure.
What I'm saying is like
world.
I'm saying as part of the NBA. I'm talking about his career as an NBA player. You've been a part of that. So don't delude yourself into thinking that just because you are a Christian that you are above and beyond. I live in a secular world. You live in a secular world. And just
Bishop, I don't want to get it too far away from my point though, because I just mentioned the Atlanta strip club. I think it was in poor taste, and the Atlanta Hawks backed off on it, I guess, or the NBA said no, you can't do this or whatever.
Magic City joint.
Yeah, a lot.
Have NBA players?
I'm laughing, man, because that was egregious. That was more egregious than what Jaden Ivey said.
But my point is this: if we're going to talk about what exists in the NBA, NBA players have been going to strip clubs as long as there's been an NBA and an A.
Right.
So if Jaden Ivey said, "Well, I think that is a display of unrighteousness," would we have that same backlash?
And just because he's a part of an organization that celebrates this, don't mean he has to.
Right. And it doesn't mean that he can't have an opinion on it.
Exactly.
I don't think he attacked anybody.
But you can't, right. But, again, man, this is the reason why I say he might have some basis for, but Dharma said he getting his money, so it's neither here nor there.
Yeah,
so I'm like,
he getting paid.
Right, but the club ultimately made more of a stand about it or hoopla about it than his comment as it was what it did anyway.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying? I mean, because again, I think we all on the same platform where we going. He didn't do that bad, but but all it was insensitive. It was something that
one last thing. Because to your point here, we know about it because he got waived, not because
right. Absolutely.
Wow.
No,
he wasn't playing anyway, and his play has gone down.
But don't attach it to the comment.
Well,
if he's sucking on the court, if he's on the court, not playing well or whatever, all that stuff. They waive him. They waive players all the time.
It was just a problem. It was just sort of like how Chris Paul got spaced. It was sort of like that. It's like not only are you not playing, but now you're making divisive comments. It's like, dude.
So if he was playing well, if he was starting and he was scoring 20 points a night,
so Dom, are the Wizards going to pick him up now? So the Wizards are going to get a little roster now. So the Wizards are going to pick him up. Is that what I'm hearing?
They get all the retreads.
Again, Steve, to your point, and even Bishop's point. If he was playing that bad, you should have cut him 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago,
right?
Don't wait until he says something to a community that might be a little unsensitive. It's only how he feels. If I gotta watch everything I say because of how I feel, then guess what?
You ain't gonna be talking.
So let me ask you this. What does that say about the Bulls though? The Bulls are like, I'm happy the Bulls. I'm a Knicks fan. I'm so happy the Bulls are struggling since their glory years since the 90s. So what is it to say about the Bulls?
Right. Where are they going?
What it say about the Bulls, Steve, is that somebody with their hand on the button is gay as hell. That's what it says. What? They super gay. They not just gay. They like too gay. You know what I'm saying?
I don't even think it.
Hilarious.
I don't even think that. I think because of the insensitivity that somebody, whether they're gay or not, is going to say, "Oh shit, am I going to lose?" Again, going back to the church, am I going to lose a certain portion of my fan base because of what Steve Azul said?
I can dig that.
Again, he wasn't playing that good when he was on Detroit. He just came back from injury not long ago. He wasn't playing that good on Detroit. He didn't fit in with them. They traded him. So it ain't like he got traded yesterday.
Right.
So if he's been playing, he's averaging 11 points something a night. So if that ain't enough for you and he sucked that bad 2 weeks ago, guess what? You could have did the same thing because guess what? When they waived him yesterday, they waived him with pay. So Jaden wasn't losing no money.
No,
they was already committed to the money. So why do we want to throw this guy under the bus?
I think what the problem is, and this just what my perspective. I think the problem was because they had Mike Conley there too. I believe Mike Conley got traded there. They had waived Mike Conley, and they were trying to hang on to him for next season. This season is already over. They were trying to hang on to him, so they have a young core. Hopefully, he get back to his form that he was when he first came into the league, where he's an explosive scorer, yada yada yada. My thing is, again, if you're going to be so self-righteous about it, you could have just shut up. But if you're going to be you're going to be so self-righteous about it, then why don't you say, "Hey, I don't want to take the money because it's coming from a tainted source." Like, so I'm not so Christian that I'm not going to take the money that's coming from fan support that's from that community. I'm not going to take that. And those are the ones that got the suites and the boxes and the courtside seats and all of that stuff. So I'm not going to not take that money, but I'm going to get on my high horse and say, "Hey, well, why is the NBA celebrating this?" You didn't have to say anything. It could have came and went. It could have came and went. You would have went on about your business. You could have prayed a little. You could have fasted, whatever you wanted to do to express your.
Or you could have not celebrated it.
Again, guys, you're asking somebody to say, "Let me sit in the corner and shut up." Didn't we go over this with Colin Kaepernick?
I was just thinking the same thing.
Didn't we go over this?
No, it's not the same thing. It's not.
I don't think that's the same thing.
It's the same idea.
Can I finish? Can I finish?
No, it's the same shit. It's the same shit.
Right. He had the right to do what he did. Now, there are those that say what Bishop said. His play wasn't that good. So they didn't cut him because he took a knee. They cut him because his play wasn't that good. We're hearing the same shit about Jaden Ivey. Because there's an old saying, guys, you stand for something or you fall for anything. So, again, my only point is, and we can agree to disagree, if we're going to silence people, then where are we at? Come on, guys. We got shit.
I agree with you. No, I agree with you.
We got people that can badmouth anything under the sun, and it's freedom of speech. But when it's something we don't like, now it's freedom of choice, freedom of punishment, freedom of taking your job. Now there's got to be a line, guys. That's all I'm saying.
So when you say Colin Kaepernick, Colin Kaepernick was standing for was the murder of black people by the hands of police. That is totally
the point I'm getting at, Bishop,
totally separate and apart.
But he stood for something.
But it's not the same thing.
What I'm saying is he stood for something.
Yeah, but I got that.
Something he suffered. That's something he stood for. He suffered for in the end.
So he spoke up and he was punished for it.
So let me say this, because I agree with Dom. I know that yes, the context of it was much greater.
Right.
But let me ask this point out there. So there may be NFL owners who make huge donations to a police benevolent association.
Right.
And Colin Kaepernick played for the NFL.
Right.
And he knows that there may be owners that are making these donations. And so because there's police brutality, should he then shut up about it because he's taking money from owners who give to the police?
So you conflating different things, because what they got on Colin Kaepernick for was not him speaking out against police brutality. It was him not standing for the national anthem.
But here's the thing, though. They couldn't. But here's the thing with that is, if they could have gotten away with him with speaking, criticizing him about speaking on police brutality, they wouldn't. You can't go into a sane person wouldn't go in there and say you're wrong for speaking out against police brutality.
They had to make it wrong.
No, of course they couldn't say that. That's what I'm saying. No sane person could get on, could go public and say he's wrong for speaking out against police brutality. So they had to make it about something that it never was.
Well, this is the same thing. You remember Mahmoud Rauf?
Rauf, of course.
He got blackballed for not standing for the national anthem, for not. So
but they never kicked him out of the league.
They never. They just blackballed them.
You conflating different things.
No, it's not a conflation.
No,
what I'm saying is that the argument that they used against Kaepernick and about Mahmoud Abdul Rauf was not what the issue was. You think Abdul Rauf didn't stand for the national anthem because he didn't like the song? He was
it was because he was Muslim. Yeah,
because it was belief.
Right. And so, but they couldn't go out there and say, "Well, we're going to blackball him because he's Muslim." So the point that I'm making is that it's the same vein. It's that in this case of Jaden Ivey, they could attach it to something that people would get behind. You couldn't do that with Kaepernick as far as police brutality. You couldn't get up there and say we're going to blackball him or get him out of the league because he spoke up against police brutality. That would sound ridiculous. So what they did was they made it about he's disrespecting the flag, he's disrespecting the troops, he's doing all these things that he was not. But that's what sold.
Right.
That's the point that I'm making.
Y'all want to hear something crazy? Right?
Yeah.
Now, will the evangelical right champion Jaden Ivey?
Fuck no.
No.
Why not? Why not?
Because
he's on topic.
It doesn't align with their political agenda. It doesn't align with their political agenda.
Exactly.
Yes, absolutely. I agree.
Because he's on point with their agenda now.
But he ain't he's the wrong messenger.
He ain't the face, right?
Yeah, he's the wrong messenger on both sides.
He's the wrong complexion. He's the wrong complexion.
Absolutely.
That's terrible.
So I want to touch on something. And Dom was in the military. What did you think about what Colin Kaepernick did?
It didn't bother me one bit. See, that's the thing, guys. If you're that person, that little shit is gonna piss you off. I'll tell you what. Whatever Colin Kaepernick said doesn't take away what I did. He ain't making me feel lesser than anything. I believe in standing for the national anthem.
Right.
I didn't serve my country to stand for the national anthem. I served my country because I chose to do that.
That's the point.
So I didn't have to. He don't have to justify him standing or sitting or kneeling. Don't justify my service.
And besides,
there you
go.
Didn't he get that idea from military personnel? A friend of his?
Didn't he get that idea? I believe he did.
I heard something about that.
What was that? What'd you say, Arn?
What I'm saying is he got that idea from a person in the military.
I never heard that, but
I think I heard something about that.
Something like that, yeah.
Come on, guys. Do you think everybody? Again, I'm talking to guys that were in the service. If you're gonna sit here and tell me, as long as I was in the service, and you could have been in for 5 minutes, that everybody you met was, oh, I want to be a Ranger. I want to do 20 years. I want to do. No, they didn't.
No, they didn't. No,
they probably hated this shit more than him. Which I never heard him badmouth the military.
And
let me just badmouth the military.
And let me just say this to Dom as well. Dom didn't serve for all those years just to serve a certain part of the country. You know, the people.
Right.
You know, Dom and others who fought and some gave their lives for this country didn't say, well, I'm only doing it for people who think this way or think that way. You know, when you take the oath and you put on that uniform, you're fighting for the country, and there are people in the country that you may not agree with, but you don't make that separation. You don't make that distinction.
Right, and at the end of the day, Dave, it's even bigger than that. You are again, to your point, when you're in that situation and you're in combat, you're fucking worried about. You're saving and worried about the guy next to you.
Yes,
you ain't thinking about no grand scheme of shit. Am I going to get to tomorrow?
You trying to get out of there alive?
Exactly.
Right.
We ain't talking about the national anthem. Fuck Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah,
nobody's thinking about him when the bullets are flying.
Because you know, oh my God!
If you, we had an old saying. People always say, "Oh, you know, I stand with." You know what? We appreciate that shit. But you know what? You stand with us. We'd rather you stand in front of us.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, there's a lot of shit coming this way.
Yeah.
So it's great for you to say, "Oh, we stand behind." No, we rather your ass stand in front of us for 5 minutes.
Let me ask you.
Let me get a break. And
let me ask a question that. When did the court of public opinion become the highest court in the land?
Social media.
Okay. All right.
Social media.
Exactly, Bishop. Yes. Social media. The gift and the curse. Actually, more of a curse than it's ever going to be a gift again.
Exactly.
Again, not to beat a dead horse, not to pick sides, but this is what I was talking about, and thank God I brought it up. And then Bishop blurted social media. You can get on social media and say whatever you want. You could badmouth everybody from R to President Trump to President Obama to the fucking president that we may never have. And guess what? Hey, you know what, Ev? I got 100 likes.
Right.
I could give two shits what the masses think. Right. I got me 100 likes.
100 likes.
Right.
Yep. Agreed.
It's pathetic, man.
It is. It's pathetic.
I guess I look at things. I only look at things in the fact of if we get our voice stolen, because you hear it so many times. Like me and Carl went back and forth on our thread. He brought up other shit I wasn't even talking about, but he's a friend. I'm not going to go round and round with him. He's entitled to think how he feels.
Right.
I'm not going to start bringing up stats and all this bullshit. We're supposed to be friends. We're supposed to be able to say what we want to say.
For sure.
Okay, if I pissed in Dave's Wheaties today, we're still gonna talk tomorrow.
Yeah.
Right.
I can't eat cereal.
Wheaties is okay, but damn the Frosted Flakes.
Y'all know what I mean. We don't agree. Me and Bishop don't agree on the fucking weather. But if I seen him tomorrow, we're still gonna hug, man. It don't. This is the point I'm getting at, guys. If we lose our voice, oh man, what's next?
I think that's generational too, man. I mean, you know, we in a group. Yeah, we in a group of like what I used to call A-likes. You understand what I'm saying? We all generally think, right, and women, right? Yeah, exactly. So you know, my thing is, you got this, you know, you got this mind, you know, mind hive. You understand what I'm saying? Where it's I have to be agreeable to a fucking clique, you know, to a situation where it's supposed what the new status quo, the new consciousness where I can't say shit,
right,
without being judged and being judged harshly.
Right.
It ain't just like now, mind you, we talking about Jaden Ivey and saying what the fuck he say, right? And them outing him for it, right? Or however much he outed himself. You know, now is he gonna get another job in the NBA? Is he gonna be Mark Jackson?
When you look at the total, I think it may have been a culmination of a few things, because they were saying that he was being disgruntled because he wasn't getting the playing time and he was hurt and he couldn't seem to get back on track or whatever. But be that as it may, the only thing that I'm saying is you got to be smarter than that. Now they didn't take his money.
Yes, absolutely.
They didn't take his money. They didn't take his money away, so he doesn't have a player union issue because he's still getting paid. It's just a matter of whether he'll get back into the league or whether he's got to go overseas to rekindle his basketball.
But why? Why? That's what I mean.
Yeah, because he wasn't smart enough to say, "Hey, you know what?
No, because he pissed.
Was Anthony Edwards smart enough?
He pissed in somebody. He pissed in somebody's Wheaties.
So
again,
you did.
To
there you go again with the cereal, man. I can never have cereal again.
To Bishop's point, and no knock against it. If all of what Bishop is saying is correct, he should have been cut 3 weeks ago.
All right.
So now, because he said something, I always say this, guys. Long before we started doing our group text and all, me and Live would talk all the time. Live would say some shit that I would scratch my head. I would get a little, out of pocket. And I would say something to him but you know what? We still would talk to each other.
My God.
We don't have that. Right. We don't have that shit. You say something wrong. Again, to Bishop's point. Great point, Bishop. But they could have did this 3 weeks ago. It just seems fishy that R said, I don't like Pride Month, and all of a sudden this guy can't play ball no more.
Well,
and again, they knew they knew all along, Bishop, especially with this union. And thank God it's not the NFL, because the NBA, Major League, have guaranteed contracts. So they knew that. They knew if we cut Dave today, he can't go trying to do a lawsuit and all this shit over money, and then everything else gets brought into the picture. They knew they were going to pay him. They knew they were going to pay him, and they knew they only had 7-8 games left in the year.
Right. But would you rather? So if he made that comment, and it's business. If he made that comment, and then now you got a whole bunch of LGBTQZ people protesting.
You're being insensitive, Bishop.
Yeah, stop with all them letters.
Protesting outside of the arena and protesting the Chicago Bulls because it's just a messy situation, and you could have, again, I'm not saying not express yourself, but just understand and read the room.
So the next guy just say, I don't like June.
Right. So the next to Live's point, because we can say what we want, protest when we want. If y'all can't suck that up for a couple of weeks, shame on you. If you think you're going to lose that much revenue in they probably got 2 or 3 more home games left.
You said something.
If you're that afraid, matter of fact, guys, let's call it a buck. The NBA we'd already seen with the new contracts next year, that the NBA is losing money this year. Why do you think they ain't losing money? Because Jaden Ivey said, "I don't like Pride Month."
Right.
You know, so if come on, man, Dave brought it up earlier. The Bulls haven't done shit. The Bulls haven't done shit in 20 years.
Dom, are they bringing this up because of the backlash? Is the backlash the point?
We'll never know.
Right. Can I say something too? Right. So
go right ahead.
Today's media spin, right, seems to be right. We'll talk about the problem. You understand what I'm saying? We'll get revenue off of the problem. Right. So we're all before something like this might not be like this vivid, right? But we'll make revenue off like outing Jaden Ivey, like letting that known that he said that was more egregious than him actually saying it. It made more press. Right? So why do we do that? Because Chicago is in the basement. They not generating no revenue. They're not generating no interest. You know what I'm saying? La this, la that. We'll generate more attention from what this motherfucker said than not.
Right.
And so let's catch revenue. Let's catch off of the beef. Let's get attention off of that.
Not to cut you off, Live. I had to look this up. Here's the weird thing. If you think the Bulls was worried about that much backlash, Dave brought up something earlier. They haven't done shit in 20 years.
There you go.
Guess what they haven't
there
lost?
You go.
They ain't lost no money. Here's a team that's probably been in the playoffs less than the New York Knicks in the last 20 years, and their revenue is still up and generating $6 billion.
That's crazy.
The Bulls, guys, the Chicago Bulls.
Yeah.
Their value is $6 billion. They average $434 million in revenue a year. The Bulls, fellas.
So where's the $6 billion coming from?
I don't want to have to look into when's the last time they were good, because we know it's been a long time. So they weren't thinking about backlash and losing money. You done robbed the damn public with this shitty product you put on the court for how many years? Really? Come on. With the NBA, we said this a million times, guys, with Commissioner Bobblehead. Everything in the NBA is about the money. But when that money starts going down, like the revenue, hence the salary cap is changing next year because revenue is going down. It's hard to justify this shit. But you take the Chicago Bulls, fellas, really? Dave, when was the last time they were good? Jordan?
Maybe Derrick Rose.
I know this. Somebody brought it up last year. The Chicago Bulls, since Thibodeau left, have won one playoff game, not series, game.
Wow.
Yikes.
Well, maybe. God bless them. I mean,
maybe Jaden need to research burner accounts.
Whatever works, Rich.
You know,
exactly.
Talk to Kevin Durant. He's a pro.
KD.
Talk to KD. Let's get into something else real quick, shall we? Do some moving on. Side of Jaden Ivey. Now this one.
Okay.
Yeah, totally. Doc Rivers and Amare Stoudamire. They're there. Heading the 2026 Naismith Hall of Fame. What can I say? Doc, I hate him. I'll just put it like that. I can't stand. I think he's a horrible coach. He's overrated. Definitely overrated. Now here's the real head scratcher. Amare Stoudamire.
Mr. Emergency Glass. Get him out of here.
Come on.
Get him out of here.
I couldn't even believe that.
Participation trophies.
It's got to be. Because the body of work and come on, man.
Okay, Doc Rivers as a player was, man.
He had a good run.
He had a nice run.
I'm not going to take
Is he going as a coach or as a player?
Seriously, Are we seriously watering down this Naismith now?
We've
been doing that.
I'm gonna leave it at this, man. And I know I like to talk, but when Tracy McGrady was a first ballot Hall of Famer, that's when I said in the text, I'm done. I was done when he got, because guess what? Bernard King, who lasted longer, put up greater numbers than McGrady ever did, was not a first ballot Hall of Famer. After that, I was done, guys. Serious. Fuck it. The NBA, somebody said it perfectly. There should be different flights, different floors in the NBA.
Yeah.
Like the Jordans, the Kareems, the Wilts, and then all the way down the bottom will be the McGrady's, the Stoudamires.
Have you ever been to the Hall of Fame?
Stoudamire,
No.
Yeah.
No.
It's in Springfield.
Springfield, Mass.
Yes, Springfield, Mass.
Yeah.
Stoudamire shouldn't be in no Hall of Fame, nothing.
Nah.
No Hall of Fame, nothing.
I mean, if you're going to put him in, might as well put in Sean Marion.
Yeah.
Robert Ory.
Exactly.
Yeah, why
put
ain't
him
in the Hall of Fame?
Definitely Robert Ory.
Robert Ory need to be in one. He was pivotal in a lot of them championships.
Well, that's what I said before. You put an S on it, and you make it Halls of Fame, and they have different wings.
Because
you got this hall, you got the Jordan Hall, you got.
Yeah, to this day, guys, we don't know the criteria.
No,
we don't. Right.
You're what does it say, guys? You're giving to the game, or I forgot the word they used. Yao Ming. Yao Ming belongs in the Hall of Fame. Yes. To them. The Basketball Hall of Fame. It's what he did for the game of basketball. What did he do? He played 5 minutes in the NBA.
7'6", ain't do nothing.
He was an ambassador. He was a true ambassador of the game.
He suckered the quitting ass Van Gundy to come out of retirement. Quitter. That's right, quitter. He decided he wanted to coach again when he had Yao and McGrady and the guys on game, and never got out the first round. But he's in the Hall of Fame. Both of them are in the Hall of Fame. McGrady and Yao Ming. So, fuck it, guys. It's the NBA. And we bitch about the NFL. I got to admit, guys, maybe the NFL and Major League Baseball are a little too strict. But, damn.
It's for a reason, Dom.
Yeah,
for a reason.
There's standards to this shit, guys.
Exactly.
Sorry. And I'm not saying that because I'm a baseball fan. There are standards and levels to this shit.
It is.
The NBA, Dave, you played what, 6 years? You good. Bro.
You good, yeah.
You good.
We remember what you did in junior high school. All right, yeah.
Who makes the decisions to put these people?
Voters. I think they're writers, right, Bish?
I think it's writers.
Yeah, I think they're writers.
Again, this is the thing this is the point that I keep making.
What's
like
that?
These writers and these announcers and all of that, they should not have a finger in choosing who gets to who gets the awards and who gets. They should not. It should be former players and
I agree.
Commission of former players. It should not be like sportscasters or anything because they spin the story. Now it's ironic. It's ironic that they were all hot and bothered about game limits. I'm not gonna vote for anybody that doesn't play a minimum of this amount of games. And this and that. The NBA should enact something that has a minimum game thing in order for you to qualify. For one of these postseason awards. Now that the NBA has acquiesced and said, okay, we're going to impose a minimum game limit in order for you to qualify. Now the same people who were advocating for it are so offended because some of the people that they like won't be able to qualify because they got hurt.
And then Cam Cunningham.
And they didn't play the same amount they didn't play the required amount of games. So now they're talking about, well, maybe we should reconsider, or maybe we should have an addendum to the 65.
Right.
You didn't need a 65 game. You didn't need that if you don't vote for the person. First of all, you shouldn't be voting. That's number one.
How about that?
Now, if you do have a vote, if you don't want to vote for the person, don't vote for the person. Don't vote for the person. Why do you have to keep advertising that they should have a minimum game limit and so forth and so on? It was something that you wanted. And now that it's backfired, now you're complaining that there's a minimum game limit. It's ridiculous.
But it goes back to smoke and mirrors, guys. We said this shit when it happened. The commissioner caught flack because of people bitching about this load management. You remember we talked about this the year before he enacted this. Oh, he's going to try to stick his chest out. You need 65 games. They only did that because people bitched, and Joel Embiid won it by playing 3 games. He was the MVP. He played 3 games. I'm being hypothetical, but you know what I mean. He barely played, won the MVP. That's when the wheels came off. Because people were bitching. Again, here we go, guys, with the freedom of speech.
Right.
Fans started bitching, and here come Commissioner Bobblehead.
It wasn't the fans. It wasn't the fans.
Yeah, it was a lot of fans, too, because they were complaining that I spend $190 to go to the arena, and Bishop's not playing. That's how it started, Bishop.
It was the sports writers who were basically claiming to be advocates for the fans. Hey, this guy works hard. He spends his hard-earned money.
Yeah.
And then it was true. Sports writers. It was the sports writers, and it's like, again, there's no guarantee. There's no guarantee that these guys are. So what if he stepped on somebody's foot during practice and didn't play?
There's limits to it, yes, Bishop. Yes,
yeah, exactly.
We know the limits were being pushed.
But also, when you have this unbalanced pricing, so the Lakers come in, you're going to pay
the tickets go through the roof.
Yeah.
Right.
And so that's where I think fans were like, well, you charged me.
Right.
Because of who was coming in. I mean, of course, you can't, like I had tickets a few years ago, 3 years ago, maybe now. Remember when LeBron got suspended for that one game when he got into it with the kid from Detroit?
Stewart?
So I had tickets. I had a ticket for the game the next day, which was Lakers at the Knicks.
Okay.
I mean, I went to the game, of course, but LeBron sat out. That was the one game he sat out. So he makes one trip here to New York to play the Knicks, and unfortunately, I mean, but
he didn't play in New York the last time he played.
Yeah, they couldn't foresee that. They couldn't foresee that.
Right.
But if a team is healthy scratching a guy, just because you're trying to rest him, I think that's an injustice. The tickets are way too expensive anyway.
That's another problem.
To your point. To your point, Bishop, they don't practice.
No. Well, you can say that, but I'm just saying the tickets are high price, but they were not looking at fans and polling fans. It was the media, it was the sports writers, the sportcasters, the NBA, the Sirius XM. It was all of these guys. It was all of these guys that kept the load management. It's like, since when do you guys care about who plays when and where and so forth and so on? It's like, just understand. It's like you beef and you get this dude to acquiesce, and then now you're regretting the fact that the NBA has acquiesced and put the 65 game limit on, because now Joker's in jeopardy. He might not be able to qualify, or this guy might not be able to qualify, or the guys that you like won't be able to qualify because they haven't played a minimum amount of games. Now you reconsidering the fact that this is, and the load management has been going on since Greg Popovich was in his prime. That's when load management was going on. So you weren't complaining about it when it was it was him. It was him that started that.
That's where I first heard about it.
It was him that started it. Right. He would rest his star players when they were on the road, or when they had like a back-to-back. He'd be like, this guy's not available, or Tim Duncan is not.
I don't agree with that. I don't think they should do it on the road. If you're going to do it at
home. Do it at home. Exactly. Because you know what, guys? The visiting team, the home team, the Charlotte Hornets. Do you think the Charlotte Hornets are charging the same amount for a ticket if they're playing Memphis or the Knicks? No. Not one damn bit.
No,
so
absolutely
again, the home team ain't losing. Now, the fan, again, I use Charlotte as an example because a lot of Knicks fans will go to a Hornets game, right? Because there's a lot of Knicks fans in the South.
Right.
So they want to see their players. They don't give two shits who's playing for the Hornets. They want to see their players. Now, if what can Brown do for you wants to sit 3/4 of the team, that ain't Charlotte's responsibility. Charlotte sold the tickets because they knew the supply and demand when the Knicks come to town. So again, this whole thing is whether it's the writers or the players or the man on the moon. This has been an issue with the NBA, and there's really, guys, to be honest, as much as we bicker, there's no way to fix the shit. Because Bishop brings up a point. Cade Cunningham, probably one of the most dynamic players in the league this year. Got a team nobody thought would be this good. Number one seed in the East.
Right.
He's not going to be eligible for nothing. Nothing.
Because
he ain't playing no more the rest of the season until the playoffs, maybe. So he's done. We scratched his name off of any award. Most improved, most likely to be high school prom king. He's done.
MVP.
He's done.
He's already done. Yeah, he's done. He ain't going to reach 65.
For all that he's done this year. That's just a crazy ass thought. You know what I'm saying? For real.
So now to Bishop's point, now we're going to start having addendums. Well, it was Dave. And Dave just got, and again, I understand that part too. If Dave got hurt, like in Cam Cunningham's case, nobody knew he had this problem. All of a sudden, it ain't like he twisted his ankle, or he played 38 minutes a game and he missed a few games because of rest. No, this shit happened out of nowhere. But now he's done. Serious, guys, he ain't getting nothing for the great season he had. He's not going to get jacked.
Yes,
and I don't think that's vitally important when you look at the team aspect, but it is nice because some contracts are based on awards.
Yes, they are. Exactly.
Yeah, that's
exactly
incentives. Dave plays 80 games. He gets this. If he comes in fifth in MVP voting, so again, that's hurting somebody's pocket
for sure.
Because Bobblehead decided, whoever it was, Bishop, the players, the fans, the man on the moon, they was complaining. Commissioner Bobblehead decided to come up with this policy that it seems to be going to backfire in his face this year. And now what's he going to do?
But that was the whole objective of the sports writers, being able to negatively impact somebody's money. That's what the whole point was. They could give a rat's patootie about who plays, when they play. Since when has the world stopped based on the fact that LeBron is going to be playing a game over here in Toronto versus nobody cares about that. Nobody cares about that. It's the fact that they can negatively impact somebody's money. If I make first team All NBA, that qualifies me for a pay in this scale. If I make this, if I make that. So when you listen to the sports talk and sportscasters, they are intimately knowledgeable about how players are being paid. They know, okay, well, if this guy makes this, that puts him in this bracket. If this guy makes second team All NBA, if this guy makes an All-Star, if this guy gets X amount of rebounds and so forth and so on, or if this guy gets the MVP, then I don't qualify him for the Supermax or whatever it is. They know all of that stuff. So I say that it's more nefarious than you originally think. It's not about who's playing how many games. It's how they can impact people's money. That's what it really boils down to. That's what it really boils down to. How they can negatively impact people's money.
Wow.
Because they don't think they should be making that much anyway.
Exactly. Exactly.
Boom.
Exactly.
There you go.
So it's the root. It's a problem that's not a problem. It's an issue that they've highlighted so that they can use it as a vehicle to negatively impact people's money. More importantly, certain people's money. Because if they could circumvent the rule, I'm sure they would be like, well, Joker did play out of his mind, so we should forego the 65 game just in this instance because of this situation or this situation. No, you got to deal with everybody with the same brush. No 65 games, no award.
Right.
Okay. Award, so you know what, Bishop, that's a great point that you bring up. And you know, a lot of people think people in the media make too much money. And so how about this? Those guys, the prognosticators that tell you from the beginning of the season what they think is going to happen and throughout the season, if they don't hit a certain percentage of right predictions, then they don't meet a certain salary.
Right.
That's not the case.
Of course not. But I'm saying if they're in everybody else's pocket, right? You know, then let's hold them to a standard.
But here we go again with the double standard. I could say it, but you can't. You know, we're back to the conversation we had 15 minutes ago with Jaden Ivey.
Yeah.
Anything I could say, you can't say better.
You can't say it. That's right.
So,
here we go.
It's all manipulation.
Yes.
Of course.
Yes,
of course, Ev. Of course.
Yes,
so why participate in the first place?
Money. It's all about the money.
Yeah.
Whether
even
it's the players, the league, it's all
because
about
whatever you get is more than what you had before.
Even when they say it's not about the money, it's about the money.
I listened to these three guys the other night. Melo, Carter, and McGrady. Talking about Cat. Now we all have our bones to pick with Cat, whatever. But which one of them four? Brady, McGrady, Melo, Vince Carter, Karl Anthony Towns have gone to back-to-back conference finals with two different teams. Which one of them four did that?
I think that was Cat.
Thank you. But y'all got so much to say. This is what I mean about the media, whether they're regular media dudes or some ex-jocks. You didn't do shit that you're expecting somebody else to do. Ironically, because now you got a mic. Here we go again, back to I can say what I want to say.
Right. Yeah.
Have we come full circle in one night? Yes. I can say whatever I want to say, Dave, even though I didn't do it.
Right.
Yeah.
You're sitting there talking about what Karl Anthony Towns should do, shouldn't do, but you didn't do it. And all three of them clowns are in the Hall of Fame. Back to that conversation.
And he's trying to take credit for it.
Yeah. I mean, the NBA is a strange dog, man. Thank God baseball is
Yeah, I mean, it's too easy for the NBA. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And part of it, part of the platform is bullshit. It's antagonization. You know, antagonizing. Our platforms are driven by social media. So we do add social media. We create a soap opera in the NBA that's not driven by actual play.
I was just gonna say that this is all just for entertainment. It's not for competition.
Well, the only saving grace in the NBA is the contracts are guaranteed.
Right.
That's about it.
Guaranteed. So
just like baseball,
you can say whatever you want. The only thing that you can impact is my future earnings.
Right. That's it. But other than that,
my future earnings. So if I get all first team all NBA, then I may have a kick in there for a $2 million bonus. If I get this, if I get that. So that's like at the beginning of the season, before the first ball is even bounced, they're saying who's going to be the league MVP.
Yep.
Before the first ball is even bounced.
Oh yeah.
How is that possible?
They keep every single night they keep pushing this narrative that this guy is this and this guy is this and this guy is this and this guy is the best thing for the game and this guy is this and this guy is that and then I say, okay, well, here's the hypocrisy in all of this. If you look at some of the players that James Harden, for instance, we've highlighted, hey, how many years that this guy doesn't play defense? He's a very efficient offensive player, yada, yada, yada. In his prime, there was nobody stopping him. He was unstoppable offense, but he would not play defense.
No.
But nobody said anything. Now I look, and I said this years ago, if you look in the mirror, the only thing that Luka Doncic is the European version of James Harden.
Yep.
He's the same player. And then if you look at Joker, he's a bigger version of what James Harden does because he plays no D.
And now Jalen Brunson is a shorter version
of
what James Harden used to be.
And it's like and it's just like a much shorter version. And it's just like he's not as good. He's not as good as James Harden because he's guardable. But I'm just saying, like, the narratives that the media wants to put on it, the spin that they want to put on it, they push it and they keep politicking. So by the end of it, they've given you every reason why this guy should be the MVP, despite all of the flaws in his game. despite all of the deficiencies in his game. When I come back to, I always say, how the hell did Giannis get 2 MVPs? How the hell did that guy get 2 MVPs when even today his game is so filled with flaws?
Well, you just said it. They keep repeating it over and over again, and then the people that are watching, it's already in their brain who they're going to pick.
I don't think. Yeah, I think we've become a little smarter.
I would hope.
I think we're to the point now where we kind of sort of figured out that half these talking heads in the media, we know they changed their story 101 times.
They don't know what the fuck they're talking about, Dom. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
It's not even about, you know what? I said this back in November. It ain't even about that, because your ass done changed 100 times since November to March. So if you're not smart enough to catch on to this, God bless you. And again, we can say what we want, but half these jocks, half of these talking heads are ex-jocks that are pushing this bullshit narrative. It ain't even like a normal dude like me and Bishop and Live that we got a mic. No, these are former jocks saying this stupid shit. And again, because we are of a certain age, we don't go for the banana in the tailpipe. But the younger generation Live,
they go for that shit.
Right.
Well, again, to my point, it's because of the platform, it's social media. It takes very little to stir up controversy. And again, we fueling our media, our attention, our output on problems, on strife and turmoil. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Exactly.
Like we not highlighting.
It's designed to be that way.
Yeah, only your local players. Like if you fucking with MSG and you know what I'm saying, blah blah blah, you see the Knicks benevolence, but it's part of MSG situation. It's not the players, right? So the NBA doesn't have a national kind of campaign that shows this, every day, every week, every situation. It's like, you know what I'm saying. You see it more about John Morant's problems than you see about Cat and Chris Paul still giving to New Orleans. You know what I'm saying? And the waking up Levy's breaking and stuff like that. You don't know that. You don't see that. But all of that is out there. Why not drum that up? You want to drum up as the fucking ball turns. You know what I'm saying? New soap opera shit.
Because it generates more controversy, like you said.
Yeah.
It's sad to think, that again, anything I could say, you could say worser. It's
that's about right.
To Reggie's point, because he knows how much I like. I forgot her name. Taylor Rooks. Somebody put this dumb shit on Twitter. They had 3 or 4 different female, what do you call it? Commentators or hosts. And of course, most of the people were New Yorkers. And Monica McNaught was one of them. And I was like, one person said, well, Taylor Rooks gets style points because she's so pretty. And then I had to let them know, do you know she's done 100 times more shit than any one of them 3 other females y'all had on there?
Right. Exactly. Monica McNaught.
Me and Reggie joke a lot because she is, very attractive. But when you look at her resume,
and Monica McNaught.
Yeah, stop.
No. Monica McNaught is an actual player, man. You know what I'm saying?
But she's a local. She's a local.
Right.
And that's what threw everybody. Because again, most of the people on this little back and forth shit were New Yorkers. So Monica McNaught. But man, look at this girl's resume. Take away how good she looks.
And everything
her resume.
else.
She's done covered every sport in every different conferences, channels, leagues.
Okay.
None of the people they had on there did a third of this shit.
Right.
The only one that probably came close was Maria Taylor.
Okay.
And that was it. You see, there was a difference between Maria Taylor and Rooks and the rest of them. Maria Taylor and Rooks did this shit nationally, not only locally.
Right.
But the other ones were just like, your locals. No, I'm not taking nothing away from them.
Okay.
But when you talk about league and all right, and then the guy read this shit, and I'm like, he was like, "Oh shit, Dom, I ain't know she." No kidding. Of course you didn't.
Right.
Because
He didn't
you're
look
looking
past
at
though.
Monica
That's what it
McNulty,
was.
who covers the Knicks, and you crazy ass Knicks fans don't know there's a life outside of Madison Square Garden. My bad.
And speaking of,
I thought you were gonna go to bed,
No. I got to touch on two more things.
Two more things.
Whoa.
Before I
He
close
must
out.
have to go to work tomorrow.
No, I do. I want to know. The next one is about Jay-Z and the tickets for July.
I didn't even. What's that?
Jay-Z concert?
The extra innings show or something like that.
Yeah, stadium or whatnot. We're gonna get into that for a few after this. Now,
I'm way out of the loop with that.
Let me ask you a question, guys. I was seeing something.
Oh my God!
Is the number 4 seed better for the New York Knicks?
Woo!
The way they're going, they might end up in 6.
4 plays 5. I'd have to look that one up.
Dude.
Yeah, I believe that the math on that. Yeah, I believe the math on that would be that they would play, that they would avoid all of the 2 and the 1 and the 2.
Right.
In the second round.
Yeah, and then end up with
get out
Detroit.
the first round first. Shit.
Get out the first round, exactly.
Right. It's right. It's like they would avoid Boston and
Detroit.
Who else? Detroit, right?
Yeah.
Until the finals, I think.
So all of this configuration and 4 seed and 5 seed and this and that. If the Knicks would have just played how the hell they supposed to play, they would have been the number 1 seed. And it doesn't matter who you play. It doesn't matter who you play, because just think about this: if the Knicks had won 10 more games, which were definitely winnable, then that would put them at 58, and then they would be sitting in the number 1 seed because they would have beat Detroit those games. So they would be sitting in the number 1 seed. And it doesn't matter whether I'm playing the 8, the 2, the 3, the 7, the 16, whatever it is, just play the right way and you win basketball games. Just trying to manipulate and try to, because you can play the 5 seed and then next thing you know, they get hot and you ain't playing the way you're supposed to play and now you lost.
But we know this is not a manipulation. They just been playing bad.
Right.
No, they've been playing bad all season because I'm like, yo.
Right.
12 to 15 of those losses, they were just bad losses.
Bad. And my point on that is because they play bad, it don't matter who the fuck you play. Right. You gotta play them. Right. You could lose to the Cleveland just like you could lose to the fucking Magic on a good day. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't believe below 5 we gotta worry too much, but at the same time. Right, we fuck around and see Charlotte. Right, we see a resurgent Magic. Right,
Toronto.
we see a galvanized. Well, see, I ain't too much worried about Toronto, but a galvanized
Philly team.
Yeah, shit. Even Philly, like if Philly come in and Embiid can give them 2 quarters of really good ball, they a problem. And I'm talking about for a series, not just 1 game, 2. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If he could stay, if he could for 4 games, if he could get them motherfuckers 2 innings. Wow, Dom got me thinking about this. If you can get 2 quarters, if you can get 2 quarters a decent ball out of Embiid, they a problem. So we not this club like we not these coming out the East contenders no more. We really wasn't after 20 games in the season. You know what I'm saying? Like we were really never that team. We had good runs, but we never was. So it don't even matter about.
Thank God the last 10. Thank God the last 10 games isn't a snapshot.
Actually,
the 7-game winning streak was Fugazi. Because you played 7 teams under 500.
Yeah, but you still had to win those. I
mean, games. You had to play them right.
I'm just saying, you're playing 7 teams that are under 500, and 6 of them are looking for a lottery ball. Now you flip to the next 3 games. You're playing teams with winning records. You get smoked by all 3 of them.
Smoked by all 3.
So I mean, you got to start looking at like, what's the issue? Then you start dwelling even further. Mm-hmm. What is this shit between Brunson, Hart, and Cat?
It's that Nova Knicks shit. It's that Nova Knicks shit.
This has been going on all year.
Right.
And I'm starting again because I don't like him and I know his inability as a coach with his 2-year fucking shelf life. You never stepped in to try to squash this shit. You got your again. I'll say this: whoever the coach is, fuck the coach. If Karl Anthony Towns ain't your 2, then who is?
Right.
Tell me that. Because the way you're treating him, it's like
seems like he's 1 through 5.
Yeah,
he Brunson is 1 and 2.
The problem is, and it to me, the problem is that it's not the coach who's running up plays or whatever. You got a captain, like Brunson is the captain of the team. You got the captain of the team who is not willing to use his teammates, use the resources, the players at his disposal. He feels like he's got to be everything on all nights. That's the problem. And for some reason, I don't know if it's because his dad is on the coaching staff or whatever, and there's some kind of like other stuff going on behind the scenes. But this has got nothing to do with basketball. This is like a power grab or something. Mm-hmm. It's got nothing to do with basketball. Because you watch these games, and it's just like, yo, that just doesn't make any sense. Like this dude, if you could say Cat, he's not, his basketball IQ is low, and this and that and so forth and so on. But what you can't say is Cat can't score.
Right.
Wherever he's been, that guy's put up buckets.
But you can't. But you can't tell me. You can't tell me this year when you told me last year that if it rained, it was the coach's fault. And this guy is watching this shit for 76 games, and you made no adjustments. You didn't sit this shit down and say, "Hey guys, everybody's watching the same thing." It's like somebody came up with this goofy. People got too much free time on their hand, man. How many times Brunson passed the ball to Hart and what's his name?
He only passes to Hart. He doesn't pass to anybody else.
He passes to what's his name too? How could I forget his name? Bridges.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't. He doesn't.
Let me, Bishop. Trust me. These people got too much time on their hand. The number of passes he throws to Hart are twice as many as he throws to Cat.
Right.
The number of the number of passes he throws to Bridges is higher than the number of passes he throws to Cat. So
I gotta know why.
Wait a minute. I'm telling you, these people got too much free time. They had fucking charts.
Yeah.
Now what happened? What happened to OG Anunoby?
Well, OG spoke up. So
but my point is, Bishop, like if you look at the numbers, every one of them, let's just go with Towns and OG. Mm-hmm. Both of them, who led you to a conference final last year, shots are down.
Right.
Both of them. Their shots per game are down from last year. Their points are down from last year. And there's only one person, to Bishop's point, Evil Brunson. There's still that one person with the ball in his hands 80% of the time.
I got to tell you, Dom, hold on for a second. I got to tell you, when I was in Charlotte and whatnot, Bishop came up with a great idea, and I think he knows where I'm going with this. They ought to freeze him out for one game. Let him know how it feels. He throws it out.
Not happening.
Yeah, I know it's not.
Guys.
It'd be nice.
Yeah,
it would be nice to see.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to see. Get a feeling how that happens. We left out the offense or whatnot. Because again, they need to get this guy started early. Because when he starts
early and often. Yeah.
Yes, because when he's like that, he's more focused. Even defensively, he's more focused.
Right.
Because he's more involved in the game.
So, here's the weird thing, guys, and it's happened too many times. You've had 4 out of the 5 starters, and on average, 1 or 2 dudes off the bench that were averaging more shots per game than Karl Anthony Towns.
That makes no sense.
Okay, we could, but when Jose Alvarado the other night had more shots than Towns, I was like, I'm done. There's no way in hell somebody can't pull that coach in and say, what's going on? How is this guy who averaged 20-something points a game last night, 12-13 last year, 12-13 rebounds, led you to a conference finals with Evil Brunson? This guy's, and it goes back to guys that I brought it up earlier in the year. When Karl Anthony Towns did that initial interview in September, and he said, the coach tells me I'm going to have less of a role, but hasn't explained my role. We're 76 games in, and I'm still seeing that shit. Like Karl Anthony, and I know I tease him a lot, guys, with his basketball IQ, but to see him floating around on the court now, like, where am I?
Exactly.
Jose Alvarado had more shots than Karl Anthony Towns 2 nights ago.
Well, if you have the ball, then you're going to get opportunities. If you don't have the ball, so the part of the problem is Cat relies on the guards to get him
the ball.
Right, of course.
He relies on he doesn't bring the ball up. He's not a joker where it's like, yo, y'all gonna run the offense through me. I'll bring the ball up. I'll set the table, and I'll do those things. So one of the things that I watched throughout this whole season was in any team that has like a dominant big, they make sure that they utilize them, especially when they have these mismatches. And 9 chances out of 10 on any given night, Cat and OG are the mismatches against a lot of these teams. Cat and OG, and it's like Cat and OG are the mismatches, but Brunson will dribble the A out of the ball, slow the game down so that he can take this 20 to 25 shots, and which means everybody else is sacrificing so he can take his 20 to 25 shots. And hopefully we win that game based on his shooting. And
go ahead, bitch. My bad.
I'm saying what's been highlighted is, so you're taking 20 to 25 shots, you're only scoring 20, 26, 27 points.
Exactly.
So you took 25 shots to score 27 points. That's horrible, which tells me somebody else needs to be shooting.
Well, I think somebody else supposed to be doing the play calling, right? You know what I'm saying? Like if we want to talk about reality, that Cat and Brunson tandem ain't happened yet. It ain't happened last year. It ain't happened this year. You understand what I'm saying? So that's right, and that's an internal thing where, again, I think somebody just mentioned about, I don't know whether it's because his pops is on the bench or he got a whole bunch of Nova motherfuckers up in there. You know what I'm saying? But it's a problem that's manifested on the court, right? You know what I'm saying? Neither one of them coaches was able to draw plays to get Cat points in the paint, get him easy looks in the paint. Neither one of them.
Is like, yo, you ain't gotta draw up no plays for me. Yo, if you don't give me the ball, yo, it's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a physical problem.
But okay, so who is that on? That's partially Cat, right? So that's definitely Cat.
When OG had the problem and saying, hey, it's a problem when his father's on the bench and so forth. OG said what he had to say, and he stood on that. He stood on that. He said it, and it's like, yo. So now you see a difference in when OG's in the game. They look for him, or he gets his own opportunities.
He get his, he take his, he's taking his.
They swing the ball around, and he gets his opportunities. Cat doesn't do that, and it's just like, yo. At a certain point, they said, yo, you got to start slapping dudes. Word up.
No, you can't do that, because you know what? To your point with OG,
he can.
Right, to your point with OG, that little rant he had and the microcosm still is, his shots are down from last year.
Right.
There's only one guy's shot attempts that have gone up since last year. And I bet we could all guess who it is.
You already know. Yep.
Josh Hart, Josh Hart and Brunson.
Right.
They're the only 2 players on that same starting 5 we had last year, fellas.
Exactly.
Shots went up from last year to this year.
That's crazy.
And then when you go into it, I wish I could find this guy. If I find it, I'm gonna send it to y'all on the text.
Okay.
This dude broke these passes down. Guys, believe me, it took me like 10 minutes to read this shit.
Wow.
I'm like, who got this much time on their hand This is crazy.
Not of the analytical cats, man.
But again, when you look at the
he must be retired.
Right.
No. These dudes is youthful, 20-something, 30-something.
When you look at the numbers, though, Reg, and you look at a guy like Bishop, you'll say to yourself, damn, even if this dude was just making these numbers up, that shit sure looks like what I'm seeing.
Right.
Yeah,
that's what threw me for a loop as I was reading this. I was like, man, anybody could put numbers together. Then I'm like, how many Knicks games did I miss watching this year? Not many. Not many. And this is exactly what I was seeing.
We all know that Cat is not getting the ball. We all know that, right? Now the reasons for it, it's a little bit more complex. You understand what I'm saying? But
did anybody watch the game last night?
I did, yeah.
Okay.
I saw some of it. I was at work.
The turning point to everything Bishop says and said all year was put under a microscope in one play last night. When Brunson got the ball, forced his way to the hoop, 2-3 guys. One guy flew by him as he was going up. One guy on Houston flew by him.
Yeah, no, that was
that defensive player of the year, Amen Thompson, just
swatted it.
Kept his feet on the ground, and this dude went up. He just did like when we were kids. He just slapped his shit right to his man.
Yeah, and he was locking him all day. But you know what I'm saying?
And that's the problem when they put taller guys on him. Now this guy's exceptional. This Thompson, he should be at least
he's better than his brother. It's just that he can't.
They're both great defensive players,
right?
But this kid should be at least top 5 in defensive player. But the way he did it, he never got excited. He stood his ground. He watched Brunson do all this shaking and baking and hooping and flooping. And when he went up for the shot, the dude just went like this. Like like we was kids. Get that shit out of here.
That's not just Houston. Boston does it.
Yeah, they put taller guys on them.
Orlando does it. Atlanta does it. OKC does it. There's a bunch of teams. There's a bunch of teams in the league that the only thing that they do is put like a 6-7 guy on them.
Yeah,
and it's just like, you're not. You could do the footwork and all of that stuff. The amount of shots that you got to make in order for that to be impactful like that, in order for you to be the main guy, you're gonna have to make at least 25 to 30 shots a game doing
He's
that.
Not a shot maker.
And it's like,
dude. Yeah, like Brunson's discrepancies last night. I mean, he was a negative 26 or some shit like that.
I don't pay attention to that.
Yeah, I don't do the plus minus.
They was getting Cat the ball. Cat got the ball heavy and often last night. Right. You know what I'm saying? And and his face, you could tell on his face, he wasn't happy. He still wasn't happy.
But again, you know to that point, live. Believe it or not, Towns had the most shots at 17. But Josh Hart still had 13. Brunson still had 14.
Which don't make no fucking sense.
Right.
Yeah.
Didn't shoot worth a damn. Both of them was one for the whole night from 3-point land.
Right. He was jacking
them.
He was horrible.
And I always say this, guys. I know this guy averages 6.5 assists a night, but they are the most invisible ass assists I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. I guess it's Josh
he's
Hart
not a passer.
3. Yeah, he's not. He wasn't a passer on Dallas, guys.
Okay.
Let's not act like he was Nate Archibald.
No, he wasn't.
He was off the bench.
When he was in college, he showed the signs that he could be that high IQ guy. He was making the right play, getting the ball to the right guys. And he shows flashes of that. So when people say he's not capable of doing it, no, he's capable of doing it. He just doesn't want to do it.
Right.
He just
don't do it.
Yeah, he chooses not to do
it. He just doesn't want to do it. Like I watch, pick and roll is a staple of the NBA. It doesn't matter like what teams or whatever. The pick and roll is a staple of the NBA. If you look at the two of them, Cat and Brunson, it's like, that would be so hard to guard if they actually did it. Like teams would not. It's like, who do you guard? Who do you double team? Because Brunson is a good shooter. He's a pretty good shooter. Cat can take you on multiple different levels. Who do you double team? So that's going to make the game easier for the two of them but they refuse to do it. I watch Denver. You see how Denver plays? The two. It's so simple.
Basic basketball, Bishop.
Yeah,
what
but
it is, this
that's
like
somebody who got
it's like everybody just say it. It's more personal than it is because listen, I may not like Dom may not like me, but if we have a certain goal we want to attain, we're going to put our differences aside to make it work. They don't want to do it.
That's what should happen.
Right.
Yeah, they don't want to do it.
At your job, and you at your job, and somebody making your job harder for you, or you at school, and somebody, at a certain point, it's just like, yo, dude, like, what's your problem, yo? Like, what's the issue? And it's not like you gotta be scared of him or his pops, because you like twice their size. It's like, yo, let's close this door. You know what I'm saying? If y'all got an issue with me, you know what I'm saying? We can hash this out. We can hash this out right here.
Remember what I said in the beginning? Remember what I said in the beginning of the year, Bishop? I thought it was a bad idea. You bring in a new coach, and he didn't bring in his whole staff. He had to settle for Brunson.
Right.
Like, why was this such a
sticking point? Yep.
Yeah. See, now I gotta blame Brown. I gotta blame Leon Rose, Worldwide West. What is it where somebody can't put their foot down? To include Coach Brown, Leon Rose, Worldwide West. If y'all are seeing the same things we're seeing and you refuse to say something, that's dereliction of duty. Your ass should be looking for a new job at the end of the year too. If the Knicks don't get out the second round, all three of them should be gone. I don't give a shit if you just hired them this morning. All three of them should be gone because we watched this fuckery the whole year. And you think that you're going to turn this switch on come playoff time? Good luck with that shit. We already saw how they played the last 10 games. 7 games against lottery teams, 3 games against playoff teams, and you didn't win one of them 3 games against the playoff team. And you got embarrassed in all 3 of them. Really? Come on now. And y'all are all sitting back watching the same thing we're watching.
Hey,
and you ain't got the nerve to say, hey, live, we need to check this shit.
Brunson scored his points, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter win, lose, or draw. I scored my points.
That's the point I'm getting at, though, Bishop. It's going to matter win, lose, or draw when your ass gets sent home in the second round. Then what are you going to say? Oh, it was a bet? No. You brought back the exact same roster, except a couple of pieces off the bench that you had last year. And this is the result? No, it can't happen, guys. To me, you got to get to the finals because you did everything you didn't do or you didn't like last year. After going to a conference finals, you shook this shit up and you get knocked out in the second round. Everybody and their mother should lose their job. I'm sorry. I don't give a shit who you are, what color you are, how long you've had the job. You got to go home. There's got to be a standard set because we bitched for so many years about the dumb shit Dolan didn't do. But the last several years, guys, he's left it in the hands of other people.
Right.
Yeah. So if you don't do this, no, man, you got to go, man. They could call me, Live, and Bishop. We'll take those 3 jobs.
Yeah, I take
you. You're done.
Yeah, get me.
You're done. We don't get to the finals. You're done. All 3 of y'all be looking for a job in May. Serious. You could be looking for a job in May. We'll find a new coach. We'll find a new GM. We'll find a new president. Y'all got to go. Y'all fucked this apple cart up because nobody had the balls to say what they were saying. Only Bishop. Bishop's the only one saying evil Brunson. Some kid in the back room is making statistics about who he's passing the ball to.
That's
and the motherfuckers running this organization ain't saying shit.
But we talked about that in here, his inability to make the proper pass to whoever.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It's I hate to say it, man, but we at a point now where we got to talk about him. We got to talk about him.
Somebody is allowing this shit. That's why if you didn't, it's like when I was a younger parent, and I told my kids from the get-go, don't listen to that shit. It's not whether you win or lose; it's how you play the game. Because if that was the case, there wouldn't be a scoreboard.
Right.
But if you got 105, you ever see how many coaches are on an NBA team right now? And not one of those 65 coaches are seeing what Bishop's seeing with Evil Brunson what Live is seeing.
Right.
All of them coaches on that bench, they didn't make no adjustment in 76 games. Really? Come on, man.
Stop. Well, we know the adjustment is inside that Villanova circle.
Again,
right?
You can't even say that because Bridges, his shots is way down from last year too.
They all are, except Hart and Brunson.
Exactly.
Right. But the main thing I'm talking about is actually giving up your cap freedom to get exactly who you wanted on that squad. Right. Now that they there, you know what I'm saying? You ain't even utilizing them right. Because even Bridges talked about him being lost in the sauce. He talked about it himself. I mean, regardless of we ain't see Bridges in a high performance. We only seen that in spurts. Right? You know what I'm saying? So let's put that to the side. What I'm saying is, as far as that Nova thing is concerned, is that you still got Josh Hart playing this starter's role in a shooter's position. You still got Brunson not passing, right? You still got Rick Brunson on the bench as the second, the right hand, or whatever the case may be, and there's no movement. There's no like we still playing inconsistent ball in 2 years. For the last 2 years since Cat got there, we have not played consistent ball. We can't say one of these the last year's team or this year's team that we got like yo, we going to the championship. We doing this. We don't even know what we doing.
Listen, the way they're going, I don't even think they're going to get out the first round.
They might not. They might not get out the second round.
Yeah, they'll get out the first round. The second round is
I don't see it.
I get it.
Yeah, they'll get out the first round, Reg.
I'm still holding tight. I'm still holding tight.
I'll tell you what, though, if you look at again, I'm so into numbers and I watch a lot of games. The Atlanta Hawks, believe it or not, and the Toronto Raptors have become two of the best defensive teams down the stretch of this year. We already saw Orlando fall off the map. Charlotte, if they win, if Charlotte wins the play-in, then they're going to give the 1 or 2 seed a run. They're not going to win, but they're going to give them a good run for their money. Whoever else comes out the wild card, maybe the Sixers, they'll have to play more than likely the Celtics. The Hornets will play Detroit. So it'll still be 1-8. When it's all said and done, 1-8 will be going into the playoffs. So when you go through that, Reg, after that first round, man, it is a toss-up.
I gotta tell you, I'm still confident. I'm still confident.
I hate to say it, if they had to play Cleveland or Atlanta in the first round, they ain't sweeping them. So you're gonna have to earn your stripes in the first round.
Yeah, your first round. First round gonna be a tough one. And that's why I'm saying, you know, as far as like tanking and the fourth spot, Reg, you know what I'm saying? Like like it don't matter.
No.
It don't even matter. Like what you're supposed to be playing for now in the next 6, 7, 8 games, whatever's left. You're supposed to be trying to get a consistency. You're supposed to get your lineup ready. Whoever, you know what I'm saying? Because it don't matter who you play. Because the way you playing now, the 8th seed can beat you. The 7th seed can beat you.
That's the part I'm saying. I said the way they playing now, I don't see them getting out the first round because they playing so porous.
I don't think they that. You know, I'm. You know, it could happen, right? That's how bad they playing. That you could go. I believe they can go 7 in the first round, right? Which is bad, right? They can take it all the way to 7. I don't think that 7th seed is going to beat them, right? Because they too deep, right? Now if they do that, I'm in the wagon with Dawn. You know what I'm saying? Somebody got to get fired. You know what I'm saying? Somebody got to go.
Everybody got to. If the season ended right now, guys, they'd be playing Toronto.
Yeah, I believe we out of that in 5. That's a 5
Toronto
game.
and Atlanta are back and forth. Believe it or not, Cleveland's only 1 game behind the Knicks.
Right.
So 4. If the Knicks were 4, they play Atlanta.
5.
Yeah, they would play Atlanta.
They play.
And Atlanta is only 1 game ahead of Toronto. So, in other words, the Knicks will have to play Atlanta, Toronto, or Cleveland. in the first round.
Right. Atlanta is tough. Atlanta's
after having a yard sale and then getting this far, you got to give them a little credit.
For sure.
You know, they're not a play-in team; they're a playoff team, and they had a yard sale.
Yeah,
but you know what though? Honestly,
it happened to come together that quick, and here we are, 76 games in, and Karl Anthony Towns don't know who he is,
bro.
That's
I gotta
tell you,
stuff,
guys. Man.
I gotta tell you. Even so, with all that's been said, that's been said,
don't fall asleep on Toronto. They got a pretty good roster.
Like I said, all that's been said, I get it, but I'm still holding on to what my thought, my true thought, and they're gonna win. Period. That's where I'm at. I'm committed.
Just I've been shaking, Reg. I've been shaking, man. Like the last,
I get it.
The last 4 or 5 games have made me an unfucking believer.
I don't. I'm not going that far. And I just want before we move on. I just wanted to acknowledge AB and officially welcome him back to the fold.
Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
I wanted to acknowledge that and officially welcome him back to the fold. Because he proved something to me, and I got to give him his credit. So
thank you, sir. That means
he back on the wagon.
I appreciate
he kissed
that.
the ring.
Wow.
Who's AB?
Angus Black. That was me.
Yeah.
Angus Black.
He kissed the ring.
Oh,
I ain't kissed no goddamn ring. You
ain't right, man.
You went down to Charlotte and kissed
Mr. Not right.
All right, we got it.
So with that being said, let's talk about these tickets real quick before we end this night.
Real quick.
Yeah, real quick, because we've been on for a minute now. So I was looking at the prices of some. Where are these people getting this money?
How much is it? Because I didn't even bother looking at the
brother,
price.
let me tell you, it ranges. I think from $600 up to damn near $8,000 for a ticket.
Right.
For what?
For Jay-Z's concert at Yankee Stadium.
The fuck out of here.
Yeah.
My thing is, and the funny thing is, online with these ticket sites and whatnot, like thousands of people have been purchasing these tickets.
Yes, sir. That's an investment.
What you said, 600 to start?
That's it.
So in the nosebleeds are 600.
Exactly.
Behind the foul.
Well,
yeah,
that's what they want to do.
A famous one of these famous guys. I want to say his name is Big Sean or something like that, or one of these dudes invented the way that, let's say the tickets go on sale,
right?
And the tickets, let's say for Big Sean, the shit was $100, right?
Mm-hmm.
Big Sean would buy the bulk of those and resell them at a higher price.
Wow,
they got bots,
right?
These bots that buy up all of that do these algorithms, buy up all the tickets and then resell them.
Right. Yeah. So the cheaper ones go real quick, right?
Right. Okay.
So what you have left is people that's overcharging, right? This is not necessarily, and I could be mistaken. I don't want, don't kill me if I'm lying, but this is not Ticketron selling those $600 Jay-Z tickets.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying? Right.
Exactly.
This is like I guess with Bishop they say bought, right? They bots and all you know what I'm saying? It's me going, I got 10 tickets and I'm selling them for $6.50 a piece.
Right.
First come, first serve. And whoever is now again, here we go, right? It's today's fucked up society. It's a status point to be at the fucking spot.
Exactly.
Right? You want to pay $600 for your ticket, so then you could come in there with your camera and post on Pokergram, on Instagram, or wherever the fuck you posting that.
Right.
Yeah, I'm in the place. I'm in the spot. I'm here with Jay-Z. La la la. Whatever.
Well, like Dom said, gift and a curse. Gift and a curse.
I'll buy the record
of social media. You know what I'm saying? Gift and a curse.
Right.
It's ridiculous.
Right.
Sorry about that, Dom. I ain't saying
that's all right.
Okay.
You know what? It's the same way. Like it's hard. Like the tickets we got to go to the Hornet game. These people are buying these tickets and then they're selling them.
They are. They reselling them. Yeah.
Remember back in the day, you could get them through the team. You could go to the ticket booth before the game.
Yeah.
Nah, these people are hoeing all these tickets. Yep. And then all of a sudden, each event, they're trying to make twice as what they pay. I mean, God bless them, man. It's a free society. Don't get me wrong.
And there's a sucker born every minute.
Exactly. And the inflated prices are the inflated prices. Come on, man.
Right, but it's the same. It's the same as New York City rent, right? It's like one motherfucker, right? One motherfucker go, okay, I got an apartment for $1,200, and then down the block, you got I got a 2-bedroom for $2,000.
Right.
And if I can recreate, the Friends sitcom and every fucking apartment, right? I can get 5 stupid motherfuckers to cram themselves in a 2-bedroom. You know what I'm saying? And pay $2,000 a fucking what's called, and that's New York today, right? I mean, like unless you got subsidized rent, or Section 8, it's impossible.
That's what it is. Exactly.
There's no way in hell you're gonna tell me. And God bless the Hornets; they have gotten better. But there's no way in hell, I don't care who the Hornets are playing, that a ticket anywhere in that arena should be over $200.
Word.
I'm sorry. You got to earn your stripes. I mean, the same tickets we got for that game 2.5 years ago or 3 years ago, my son and I were getting those tickets for $48.
Exactly.
Right. If I had an extra $5,000, I would buy 10 tickets.
I'm thinking about getting a partial next year.
Right, right, and you should.
If I can't make it, I'll put them shits on.
You put them online.
Why not? Exactly.
Put them online.
I'm seriously thinking about getting a partial because that'll give me discounts for when the Knicks come.
Right. It's an investment, man. As long as you ain't killing motherfuckers with the price, right? It's a great investment.
It's a great investment.
It's a great investment. If I can get another 100 on another 150 on my Knicks game, right? I buy up all the tickets I can when the Knicks come in because I know some stupid ass New Yorkers is coming down, right? And they got to pay
about us like that.
Yeah, I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? How much? I mean, like I said, if I knew that the motherfucking tickets was $200, $300, I'd have been like, fuck it, let me take a little trip, back up top. Exactly to Charlotte. You know what I'm saying? That's not a bad price.
I do believe that saying, which is getting a little played out. Yesterday's price ain't today's price. I get it.
It won't be next year because they're gonna go up because they're a better team.
Now they're gonna get better. So
they're a better team, and the prices deserve to go up. But my point is,
and you know what though, guys, it's still to maybe stood umpteen days in a hotel. Like I always found it cheaper. I could fly from where I live to Fort Lauderdale. Of course, I get to stay with my son.
Okay, right.
We go out the day before. We go out the night of the game, and I'm still paying less than if I lived in New York and I went to the Garden.
Yep.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, hell that's flying round trip, parking my car at the airport for 3
hours.
You
already know. You already know. Yeah. Exactly. That's insane. Okay.
It's the way. I mean, and again, even Charlotte, and guess what? It's going to go up next year. Because now they've proven they're a pretty good team,
right?
So, those days
and
tickets,
and they might even get more sectional and go. We gonna overcharge on the next ones, right? On the ones
they're already doing that live.
Yeah. Okay. There you go.
Yeah. So there you go. They're gonna start overcharging for Utah and Memphis.
Yeah. They're gonna do that too. They're gonna do that too.
The problem that they're gonna have is they actually gonna have to start paying some of these guys.
Yeah, that's
and then it's like, and then that's when you're gonna run into because Charlotte is it's a smaller market,
right?
So while they have a little fan base, it's still a smaller market. So you won't be able to,
and that's not gonna change, right? That ain't gonna change like in the next 3, 5, yeah.
So you won't be able to pay these guys.
Yeah, the good part of it though, Bishop. Kneppel, Bridges, Miller. Yeah, they're locked in for the next 3 years at least.
Right.
Oh, that's dope. Yeah, that's dope.
And you know what? We all know, even though we don't live there, we know what happened with Charlotte the first time. You know, it was hard to support a team, and they had a better team than they have now.
Right.
Don't get it twisted. When they had Mourning, Bo, Curry, LJ, they had a better team than they have now, and they just couldn't withstand. So, but this time they got a good 3-year window, man. A lot of teams don't have a 3-year window, guys.
That's good.
So,
that's
like
good.
the Knicks window is closing quick, guys.
Oh yeah,
they don't have the youth that Charlotte has.
No, again,
they got a little tread on their tire.
I'm getting ready to say right now. I think we got another year until you got to really talk about how the makeup of the team is, because if you go into the third year with no consistency, right? You know, we always talk about the Denvers and the good guard play and the good synergy between the 1 and the 5. You know, especially when you got a premier 5 like we do, it's like where's the problem at, and who we need to trade? It gotta go. Like it gotta go in the fire. Like that's going to happen next year.
I'm at the place where it's like, okay, we'll see what happens in the playoffs this season. But if we don't have any progress, I'd look at trading Brunson to get like a younger.
I was getting ready to say that, Bishop.
I look at trading him.
That's what I was saying before.
To get one of these younger guards, like, because I mean, San Antonio got a lot of guards. Some of these teams got some real good, serviceable guards that play D, that get after it. And imagine them playing with like Cat and OG and getting these guys the ball and getting involved. I wouldn't. And it's like, yo, give me 15 to 20 points, 10 assists. We good money, because that's all we need from Brunson.
Just think of how many people frowned and was like, when San Antonio got Fox. They were like, but you know what? He was always a very serviceable point guard.
Always.
Probably the fastest guy in the NBA. So you're running after this son of a bitch for 40 minutes. Good luck.
Tired like a motherfucker.
And he was good for 20 a game.
Exactly. And he goes to a team that's got some vets, some youth, throwing old skinny boy from France. And what's Darren Fox look like now? He look like point guard of the year.
Exactly.
But again, to Bishop's point, yes, go after a man. It
gotta be a pat. It gotta be a pat with all.
I hate to say it, but maybe his act again, guys. Maybe if the coach would have tried to reel this in, we wouldn't have got this far.
Right.
But that being said, the genie's out the bottle.
Yep.
Right. So if we get bumped this year early, you're right, Bishop. It might be time to, And the sad part is we sacrificed 5 draft picks for Mikal Bridges.
Right.
Well, I wouldn't get rid of him. I would keep him.
I don't think.
No, I'm saying the point I was getting at, guys, is our chances of getting something in the draft are slim to thin because of that one good move. Now I can't go back. I can't go back on my word for what I said when we got him. You're talking about kids that are in junior high school right now.
Right.
It ain't like we're sacrificing tomorrow's picks. These are long-term picks. So these kids are still in junior high school somewhere. But you got to find a way to get you. There's got to be a backup point guard. Somewhere in the NBA that could mesh with what we're doing.
Right.
At less money.
Remember, guys. And I think it's as simple as you need a bona fide 2, and you need somebody that can pass that ball.
Right.
Exactly.
Because we're already if we follow the bouncing ball, we're on the hook for $58 million next year and $61 million the year after that with Towns. Right. So one thing you should be looking at is it's going to be hard to move that shit if you decide to move it. Because first of all, you made him look like Willie Fufu.
Right.
And now you're going to try to sell him to Bishop for $61 million. And Bishop's like, man, I seen what he was doing. I ain't investing $61 million.
I believe that ship is sailed. That township is sailed. You know what I'm saying? My whole thing is we need guard play to get him the ball.
Get him involved.
Right? right? You know what I'm saying? Brunson is not getting him involved. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you want to put Brunson at the 2, that's fine. Get another point guard.
Yeah,
he's too small.
Get another point guard.
I get that. He's too small.
Again, I'm not dead serious about putting that motherfucker at the 2. He's too small. You know what I'm saying? But again, to Bishop's point, right? You might need to move this motherfucker, right? You know what I'm saying? Because again, the problem, and let me just say this because y'all motherfuckers remember when I said it, and I might be having flashbacks of Bleed Blue. You understand what I'm saying? I thought he was the problem with RJ. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, because if we look at the synergy of that shit, it's the same problem we having with RJ that we had with RJ.
That up too.
We having with Bridges.
RJ
is it a
package
package deal? Is the father going to?
I mean, we could say that, but we didn't incorporate. We didn't whatever strength RJ had. We didn't incorporate that.
He didn't have any strengths.
He did. Yeah, come on, stop that.
He had some, but here, let me give you a weird example.
I'll agree with you. He's not the best fucking player in the world.
He couldn't finish. Let me give you all a weird scenario. Here's a weird scenario, guys. The Houston Rockets lost their point guard before the start of the season. They took this Amen Thompson and said, "Hey man, can you play point guard?" Never played point guard before, and he's averaging almost as many assists as Brunson.
Right.
And he's what, 6'6", 6'7"?
6'6", 6'7", something like that. Yeah, something like that.
Right.
6'7", 201 pounds. 2 years experience, never played point guard.
Right.
Not in high school, nowhere. They throw this kid at point guard. He's averaging 5.5 assists a night. 7.5 rebounds and 18 points.
Right.
Second year in the NBA. If they can make it work.
But you know, we all know that Houston is not a pass. It's not a pass heavy thing. It's we gonna run a play. We're gonna try to pick and roll. We're gonna try to screen off of him so he can dive to the basket. If that's not it, we're gonna pass it to
Durant or the big man or the big kid.
But again, guys, the point I'm getting at, guys, is to Bishop's point. They made it work. They made it work with a non-traditional point guard.
Right.
And if I'm not mistaken, I'm gonna look it up while y'all continue to. They're not that far. 47. We got 48. Yeah.
49. We got 49
now. 49. We got 49 wins. They got 47 wins. And they took Bishop and said, "Hey, man, I know you never played point guard. Can you help us out this year?
You help us out?"
And they got 2 less wins than us. And believe me, there was a stretch when Houston couldn't get out their own damn way.
Right.
And I'm going, look, man, I ain't got a problem with the guy. What Jaden Ivey doing? What Jaden Ivey doing? You understand?
And if I'm not mistaken, guys, I'm gonna look it up while y'all. If I'm not mistaken, didn't they lose what's his name in the beginning of the year? Yeah. Not just Van Fleet, Steven Adams.
Oh, I forgot about Steven Adams.
Yeah. They were talking about that.
You also got to consider that they got Kevin Durant. So Kevin Durant, he has a multitude of faults because you can just give him the ball and it doesn't matter. He's going to get. He'll take like 12 shots and have like 35 points. And be like,
and then he'll go in the locker room during halftime with his burner account.
With his burner account.
But he got 35 points.
So the whole team
the whole team ain't
you got to get with Kevin Durant, bro.
That Dave Sanford really does suck, but he's on the team. So I'm not going to say his name.
I'm not going to say his name. This team sucks.
You know what, guys? He's still my favorite player in the NBA. I know I'm a Knicks fan, but Durant has been my favorite player.
Yeah, he's a cartoon, man. He hits
quite some years.
He hit any shot from the fucking concession stand. That nigga's hot. Motherfucker's hot everywhere.
I thought he was going to score 50 last night. The way he started.
He looked like he wanted to. And he was taking it personal because he lost that last game. He would say all of them really took it personal because they lost that last game. He was down. They was down by 18 and they blew that game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He's still something to reckon with. At that age too, man. After coming back from that injury.
Only problem he's going to have is he's not durable.
Well, I think other than that injury he had,
right?
He's played mostly matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, he's probably played 70-something games this year.
Wow,
check that out.
Okay,
he's still like, so even in them those games because he's so frail. He's still not
but he's
not
just
the guy.
that guy.
Yeah, he can't really say that, Bishop.
He can score. But it's kind of
with
like
how he plays,
on this team,
he doesn't need to be explosive.
But I'm saying on this team, teams have proven just double team him, and that stagnates the whole offense because they can't really shoot. And then Sengun, he's proven like I thought he was much better than he is. He's kind of like proven like he ain't really ready for that.
He's not
really ready for
He's
that.
getting better though, Bishop. That kid is gonna be. He's already tough. I mean,
he's supposed to be.
man.
He's supposed to be that right now, and it's like, like what's happening?
But he's only what's his second year in the league?
Yeah,
third, I think.
Third,
third, yeah. But if you that guy, you that guy. It seems like he dropped off. It seems like he dropped off. His numbers
I think he would drop off if you got a Kevin Durant on your team.
He still shows flashes.
His numbers don't say that. All his numbers have gone up.
I watched some
just
of those
like Kevin Durant.
But I'm saying I watched some of those games.
This bony ass son of a bitch. Excuse me. this is Durant's career. 72, 62, 68, 78, 35 when he got 55. Then he got hurt. 8. Came back. 79, 62, 72. That's games played in his career.
That is durable, bro.
That's durable. That's durable. He looked like he ain't in the gym crazy.
Wins 3 in a row.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
3 in a row.
Yeah.
Say what you want about he jumped on the bandwagon. I will take this shit to my grave. Before they got Kevin Durant, they won 73 games. They got smoked by Cleveland in the championship.
Motherfuckers make too much out of that
They
shit.
didn't lose another championship until he got hurt.
Yeah.
Okay.
They make too much out of it. Too much out of it. It's like, listen.
He sold him.
You got somebody like Westbrook on your squad.
He definitely helped. He won MVP in both championships that he played in.
Yeah, you got somebody like Westbrook on that team.
I always liked him. And just think, guys, remember when everybody said he'll never last? He's got to gain weight.
Right.
That was how many years ago?
He proved them wrong.
Many. Well, with that being said, I'm gonna let Bishop have the final say, and then I'm gonna break out.
It's cool. I'm just saying, like they in the playoffs, a lot of teams gonna have problems like scoring, and I think that's what's gonna be their problem. It's like because if you turn the water off on Durant, and I didn't realize like double teaming him is like real easy. You turn that water off, and then you want it's anybody's game. It's anybody's game. So they real easy to guard, and it's like they play defense, so that keeps them in the games, but they can't score.
They can't score like that.
They can't score like that.
Yeah, you seen that last night.
That's gonna
They
be
said that about Detroit too.
That's gonna be Detroit's downfall too.
Oh, for sure. Believe that.
Yeah, it's still a regular. This still a regular season for them. They gonna get locked up when that playoffs shit start hitting.
Bro, you already know. That's what I'm fully expecting.
Yeah.
So with that being said, guys, love you guys, man. I appreciate the support. Thanks for being on with me. We'll do it again next week. You know what I'm saying? So Bishop, Dom, live, Reg, even Ronan, Ev, thanks a lot for joining. Like, share, and subscribe to the content, should I say, excuse me. And that's it. So let's wrap. We'll see you next week.
Y'all be good, baby.
Yes, sir.
Peace.
Take care. Peace out, y'all.